Oh, really? It went off when I turned to oh, man. Really? I'm going back to the beginning. I'm going to just scrub it off. It's okay. We'll work it out. Okay, now I'm back. Hi. Let's just pretend that never happened. Hi, how are you? Yeah, so long hair down normally, but I'm having it up because I went to the gym and came right back, and here I am, and now it's fixed, and we should be fixed. Yeah, we're fixed. Yeah, I swore at someone, so I had to kill it, so there we go. Anyways, here we go. Hopefully it's all catching up. Excellent, we're good. Volume's all right. I'm not too loud now. That's the thing. There we go. I'm way ahead of you. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. So, here's what I wanted to show you. This is, I'm just making sure sometimes the mic gets weird where it auto mutes itself when I change scenes for some reason, which is not something I set up, but it does it. All right. It does it on the other system all the time, so I have to constantly fix it. It does it on this system some of the time. That is very weird. Anyways, hi. So I just want you to look. This is Mike Lindell. He's I haven't watched this yet. We're going to watch it together. This is Operation Pillowy Biscuit, and where he tells the story of how he was. Then you need to check chat. I did check the chat, but by the time I fix it, you're already there. Okay. So yes, we know. Quit it. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that the look on this man's face is while his show is going on, and it looks like something I would do if I had me sitting off to the side and my mic was off and I needed it fixed. If I was that scattered ass doing my show. That said, this guy has millions of dollars and a huge staff, and this Brandon House asshole is running his whole network. And yet the whole thing, he runs all of his companies off of one phone like a lunatic. I guess because the presumption is you'll never lose it or it'd never go missing. So you put your whole life on that. I mean, it seems a little silly. Just does. But anyways, this is the level of confusion face that we've come to expect from Mike Lindell. Now I have to back this up. And okay, so this is the beginning. He plays some music, I think.
This is the Lindell Report.
Very official.
Bringing you news combined with hope.
MAGA Frank rally. Really? That sounds like a character I would do.
By offering.
Hey, I'm MAGA Frank. How y'all doing? Frankly, I'm MAGA. And my family won't talk to me anymore. I'm MAGA Frank.
Practical and achievable action points.
Okay, good. Keep an eye out, guys, for actionable and achievable action points. I know you think this is all going to just be whiny blather and the same old, but it's not. I would open up whatever you're on your phone, if you use reminders or if you use things, something like that. I would open it right now because there's going to be actionable items like action 1, pull my finger. All right. Action 2, listen.
Warning, bullshit alert.
All right, there we go. So, what? I'm sorry, I can't. No. I'm not interested in any actionable items. No, thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Why did he?
Faith and freedoms.
Freedom from furniture. I still think this is fucked up. We're never gonna get through this video.
And now, here is your host, Mike Lindell.
This is his own show on the thing. Oh goody.
Well, everybody, welcome to the Lindell Report. And
yeah, and here we are, and it's this is gonna be good. For those of you who don't know, I eat Hardee's.
I guess I have my own breaking news tonight.
Yes, you do. Get to it.
This afternoon, I went down hunting in Iowa for the early teal season with my friend this morning at 4 a.m. We got up, headed down to Iowa. We were coming back, and we were
the what season? The teal season? Is this the season of light blues and greens?
we stopped to get
He's a bit low. I think that's just him. That's his. See, his audio's turned all the way up. I'll see if I can bring it up over here.
go through a Hardee's in Mankato, where I was born, in Mankato, Minnesota.
Yeah, you know, it's the same Hardee's. It's been there since 1947.
And cars pulled up in front of us, to the side of us, and behind us.
Well, it's a very popular restaurant, Hardee's. I mean, and not a lot of the people at Hardee's understand how a drive-through works. That's been my experience.
And I said, these are either bad guys or the FBI.
These are either bad guys or the FBI. That's what I often say when I'm walking out of a Hardee's bathroom and pointing behind me.
Well, it turns out they were the FBI.
So they weren't bad guys. Okay, that's good. At least we're in agreement that they're not bad guys.
So we have a big show to tell you tonight. I just want to get all your friends on right now. We're putting this out.
Oh, yeah. All my friends are on right now. Don't worry about it. You know what? Some of them couldn't make it, but I'll tell them what you said. So just go. You know what? You should start, and the rest of us will catch up in a little bit.
On Rumble. We're now at Rumble.
Yeah, shocking. You have your own, you pay for your own servers, you pay for your own streaming, you do all this, and you're still having to do it on other sites because nobody fucking goes here but me. Some days I feel like I'm holding up Frank's speech all by myself.
We're at, they're putting it out on True Social. We've got, this is going to be big breaking news here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right now, everybody.
Get at it.
Get all your friends on right now.
Gather round.
Just did a notification push. I'm on Facebook Live over here. It's kind of funny. Brandon, tonight that Mark Zuckerberg's only allowing 40 people on my Facebook Live. Can you?
First of all, maybe, and I'm going out on a limb here, maybe Meta or Facebook, maybe they throttle the throughput of people who use anti-Semitic slurs right out of the gate. Maybe you have to ease into the anti-Semitic slurs. You know what I mean? Where you take Zuckerberg and make it suck-a-buck, you know, an interesting only in it for the money slur that you only use with the Jewish dude. That's not, all right, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe, let's be fair. Using Occam's rubber mallet, I'm going to just go with you suck and nobody wants to watch. I have a bigger crowd than he does on Facebook every single show. And by the way, I'm also not in big box stores. So look how much we have in common.
You believe that?
Yeah, we don't need them now. We got Rumble. Frank's
that's
speech.
true. That's right.
Frank's
we don't
speech.
need them. Do not need them. Frank's speech, Rumble, True Social. But this is disgusting.
I don't know what's on his screen right now, and I'm worried to look.
You know, if the ones of you that did get on my Facebook.
Why are you talking to them that way? Why aren't you feeding this? Why aren't you feeding this through your Facebook Live? Why not? Hi, Chud. I'm working. All right. Real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. Chud wants to say hi. What are you doing? What's he doing?
Hello, come here. Come here, young lady. Come here, big lady. Come on, my Chudley. Come on, my Chudley. My Chudley.
Oh, it's Miss Chud. Oh, it's Miss Chud. Hello, Miss Chud. You okay?
Did you just poo and now you need a ride up the stairs? Because that's usually what happens. She comes downstairs, she uses the facilities, and then she's like, hey, buddy, pick my ass up and carry me upstairs. I don't want to walk up a flight of stairs. I'm an old lady. Take me, carry me upstairs. Give me a couple scratches, and then give me a lift upstairs. She's a sweetheart.
This is Chud.
Chud, everyone, Chud. Okay. All right, I'll take you upstairs. I'll be right back, everybody. Oh, she needs a lift. Oh, she's a lady. Okay. I'm coming. No doubt, Chip will be the second one. Just assume that at some point Chud's going to go, wait a minute, you're getting free cat rides or what? Okay, here we go. Chud needs to have her own stream. I need to get one of those like owl streams where they just show the inside of an owl box. You ever seen those? And I'll just put it on Chud's spot on the couch. Wonder how you got the name Chud? From the movie. Chud was feral. She lived under my house. She shared the under part of my house, with the crawl space of my house, with a family of possums. They split it evenly down the middle. And I eventually, it took me 2 years to coax her out from under the house, get her to eat, come into the house, become a house cat, and now she's completely domesticated. But she was a feral cat living under my house. And I named her because she lived under there after cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Or caution, hazardous underground dumping, which is the plot twist in the movie. But so she's named after Chud. Chip was named before I got him. Chip was the name that was, he was a foster fail, and so they had named him already. So Chip had his name because he was chocolate chip. He was vanilla with chocolate chips because he had black spots. So that was that thing. So there you go. Whoa, spoiler alert. Oops. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, it's not my fault. I'm sorry. Okay, so back to whatever bullshit we were watching. What are these dipshits on about?
Share with everybody right now. We have
I'm not going to do it.
breaking news, and it's my own news. And we're going to show how to...
You know what? I understand how he became as rich and powerful as he is, because it's his skills as a communicator that I'm impressed by.
Disgusting they did. Obviously, they didn't arrest me. You know that it's kind of, Brandon, you heard me say for the last weeks now, how come they don't come and get me?
For the last weeks now, how come they don't come and get me? Well, they often will gather evidence and then charge you. Right now, you're lucky, and so is he, but being an asshole isn't against the law.
I have all the evidence to show him. Well, today I thought my prayers were answered, but no, they wouldn't take me.
You mean you asked them to arrest you?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you about it in a second here.
Oh, it's very exciting. Take me. I want to live on damp cement.
I want everybody to get on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're on. Is he going to keep... Please tell me this whole hour is him just going, people, get on Facebook Live. Everybody, once people get on Facebook Live, I'll tell the story. 45 minutes later. Soon, two more people. Okay, and that's our show.
We've only got 45 people on
Fake it till you make it, dum-dum.
Facebook. Alan.
Oh my God. Well, at least, it's not your fault. It's not like this is a regularly scheduled show. Oh.
Duke must really be upset, him and Mark Zuckerberg.
You don't have a money-grubbing nickname for Duke? You have a money-grubbing nickname for the Jewish guy? Really? Is that, nobody else finds that surprising?
But by the way, before we get going, everybody, before we tell you what happened.
We're already going. We've been going for a minute.
Happened today. Alan Duke sent me a picture of him and Martin. Did I tell you that?
No, why?
Oh yeah, I just out of the blue this weekend. I said, "Shame on you, Alan Duke," and Alan texts back and he said, "Mike, what did I do? I haven't done anything this weekend." And I said, "This is for prior terrible things you've done, Alan." And he goes, "Oh, I understand." He goes, "Me and Martin are here at the Capitol." So they were in D.C. or someplace, and both of them looking with these, they just did, two cats that just ate the canary, right? So Martin's over here from Belgium, and they're both going, he said we're looking for fake news.
Great, cool. You had me. I was riveted. I was riveted at one point, and then I just kind of drifted. I was thinking about laundry. It's very exciting. You're watching HAL Sparks Mega Worldwide. I apologize, but we have to go through this whole thing because eventually he's going to get around to telling us the story of what he ordered at Hardee's and whether or not he used the facilities before the FBI asked him for his phone and sent him on his way.
Yeah, that's the problem.
1 billion views. That's true. I am truly worldwide. I also we have over 10 million views on YouTube so far alone.
Martin and Alan, you should look at the truth when it's right in front of your face.
Look in the mirror.
And,
Yeah. I wish I was. Don't you wish you could be a fly on the wall when these guys talk on their own? I bet it's just, it's the depth of personal connection that really.
This is where we're at.
Where we are. This is where we are at. You don't end a sentence with a preposition, asshole.
In this country. And I think everybody's on now, or everybody's getting on.
Yeah, all 47 people are on. You're good.
Did they get the notification come? Okay, we got the notification. If you're watching us on Getter, we're learning how to get the push notifications out. Now every day,
are you?
I got news, everybody. Every day, Lindell TV is now going to be live streamed starting tomorrow 24/7. Lindell TV 1 24/7.
This seems to be news to Brannon.
On Rumble, everybody. So.
Oh, they're just going to, you mean you're just going to run what's there on Rumble 2? Why don't you just put your shows on Rumble and then embed from Rumble on your site to save yourself the, why am I giving this asshole advice?
They moved us up to a feature there that they on the show right now that you're all watching on Rumble.
Well, yes, it's some of the finest production Rumble has going for it. You are clearly the Jake Paul of Rumble.
Rumble.
Or whoever.
We're really trying to get the word out of
somebody's asking who's the other guy. This is Brandon House. This is the guy who is bilking Mike Pillow out of millions of dollars and getting Mike Pillow to finance this dude's fledgling right-wing media network with his money. It's fucking glorious. Basically, this is every time they're on, what you're seeing is this man pickpocketing this man for hours at a time.
Of things, and you're gonna love to hear tonight what our country, how they have weaponized the FBI and
against serial killers and kidnappers and money launderers and human traffickers and violent felons and the mob and oh no, okay, sorry.
And we're gonna
they weaponized it, and apparently they didn't use it as a weapon. They just picked up your fucking phone. It sounds like a concierge Geek Squad to me.
Get to it in a few minutes here. We've got everybody from last night. Walter Doherty is still coming on to talk about the cast vote records.
Great. Okay, cool.
And to finish that conversation about how they're evidence now.
Yeah, I had so many unanswered questions. I don't even know where to start.
Of the crime, the biggest crime in the history of the world.
The disappearance of D.B. Cooper?
That was committed in the 2020 election.
Oh, you mean that Trump was even allowed to run as scummy and shitty a human being as he is? That's not what you mean. That's not what they mean, is it?
And now we have the biggest cover-up of the biggest crime ever.
Well, I mean, you can't have a small cover-up for a big crime. Its toes will stick out and get all cold on a long winter's night.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're right in the middle of it.
Not really. You're kind of, honest to God, you're in the periphery of it. You're not quite rear window. More like ass window. You're talking out of your ass.
At least I am, Brandon. I know today, Brandon hasn't even heard this. He goes, what? He goes, what? And I go, Brandon.
And I go, what? And he goes, what?
Let me tell you on the show, you can interview me. And he kept asking me questions.
I called you while I was going down.
Yeah, he called me up. I go, Brandon, I got FBI's here. I said, I got to go.
I click.
Said, yeah.
And then for 45 minutes, I knew nothing. I heard click, and then for 45 minutes, I knew nothing. I'm like,
wow. So for 45 minutes, it was basically status quo in your life.
what?
What? And then I said, what? He was like, what? I was like, wow.
Right. He's going, don't book any guests, okay? I got a story coming here. This
Fucking get on with it then.
is my dream.
That's
coming.
why I was calling to see what guest should I book. Like, I only need one tonight, Mike himself.
Well, anyway, I'm watching Facebook. You got.
I'm sorry. It's just his fixation with Facebook and the fact that it's just kind of like on his phone on a stand or I guess it's on a laptop. I don't know where the fuck. Does he have a webcam over a monitor to it? What the fuck?
Guys, share on Facebook.
No, why would you share it on Facebook if you think Zuckerberg is just a money-grubbing asshole? What are you doing? Why are you on Facebook if they're evil? What?
Tell everybody we're live here on Facebook. We have
They're telling everybody. They're telling everybody.
breaking news. You're going to hear it here first.
Eventually.
All right, let's not anybody wait any longer.
Thank God.
So,
By the way, everyone
finish-
should.
Shut the fuck up, Brandon. He's about to talk. Don't distract him for a second. God damn it. We've been,
Tweet, Facebook, email, Getter.
Yes, yeah. You don't want this fart in an elevator to be lost between floors. This fucking, you don't want this complete waste of time. It's going to be so exciting. Yeah, make sure you send out a troth sensual on it.
Whatever it is you use.
Truth
Call,
it out,
email,
truth it out.
Tinder, Grinder,
social.
Yeah.
Gopper.
I'm all here. You're
Get
about to
this
hear
out.
Mike. This is the first
This-
time. This is the first time he's told the story. I know Patty Murray with 100% Fed Up is watching. She's ready to watch and write a story. I know Pete just texted me. He's interrupted his programming. Pete Santelli to carry it. So this
Right.
Mike is going to
Yeah, so
be telling this for the first time. We're all hearing it, including myself, for the first time.
Right. Well, so as you all know, everybody, that
if we all know it, then why do you have to tell? Never mind.
I've been wondering, why isn't the FBI coming to bash my door down to
Because you're not useful to this entire thing. You're a fucking waste of time, dummy. They don't care.
arrest me? Okay?
Nobody cares.
Because I have all the evidence. I've been saying that on this show, Brandon, over and over again. Why can't I go to January 6th, that big charade they have, and lay down the evidence we have? Lay down the Dennis Montgomery 32 terabytes if they lift that lawsuit in, if they lift the gag order, in,
You'll get to it. It'll come to you. Everybody has senior moments. Whatever.
Nevada, where
Nevada, that's where it was. Of course, Nevada.
we have the gag order that's on this. So today, everybody,
Is that his fucking phone? He's on his phone. He's on a phone. He's got another phone. He was supposed to surrender his phone. He's got another phone. Please tell me he's borrowed someone on his staff's phone and is using it to communicate. Now they're going to have their phone taken.
something. That was very weird.
I got butt dialed by the FBI.
A lot of strange things happening today, everybody. Well, anyway, so let's start from the beginning today.
Strange things are afoot at the Iowa Hardees, Ted.
So me and my buddy, we hear that there's ducks on the pond down in Iowa, the pond I always go to hunting, and set the alarm for 4 a.m. and get up at 4. We head down
Fell for the old duck ruse, did you?
to Iowa, and
Did your friend wear a brimmed hat and sunglasses? Hey, Mike. Don't tell anybody on the radical left and amongst the woke teachers union, but the duck hunting's really good today. And if you love America, you'll drive down this route and stop at the Hardee's. You don't want to miss it.
We do real good. Well, we had to get back. I had to be back around noon today to get ready for the day. I had all stuff this afternoon. The guy from the New York Times, and Charlie, I'm sorry I didn't give you this story today when you called. He's a reporter for the New York Times, is doing a big article. I told him he could, Brandon, I even told the guy can come and visit my factory, talk to my employees, talk to my workers, and hopefully Charlie from the New York Times actually is a real journalist.
Charlie is great. Charlie from the New York Times, he's a hard worker, and if he could just fucking stop letting Lucy convince him that he can kick that football, he'd be an ace.
Journalist and reports the real things that are going on in our country, and how he couldn't believe it that MyPillow got sued by Dominion, and that they all own shares, or a lot of them own shares in MyPillow.
Yeah, that's because you fucked up their life. If you had any integrity at all, you would have stepped down as the president and CEO of MyPillow and let somebody else run it while you were doing this fucking bullshit Dominion nonsense, so that it wouldn't endanger your employees and the business itself, you putz.
Company owned, it's employee owned. He goes,
no, it isn't.
Really? I go, yeah. I said,
no, they have shares. It's not employee owned.
That they attacked and they're hurting. You guys attack the journalists in this country, and the media attacks companies like MyPillow and small businesses and others, and deplatforms everybody, but yet they stick up for companies we've never.
What the fuck are you talking about? He still had his MyPillow his Vimeo account and his Twitter account, and he started using it to push the fucking election shit, and it got bounced too for a violation of terms of service. And the term of service wasn't even talking about the election shit. It was because he had violated the terms of service, gotten kicked off, and then he tried to use a sock puppet account to say the same shit. And you're like, yeah, you can't do that. I don't care what you're saying. It's not about what you're saying anymore. It's that you're trying to wiggle back onto the platform when you've been suspended.
For until the last 2 years, Dominion, Smartmatic, ESNS, Hart, Diebold, and these voting machines.
What happened at Hardee's, you fucking moron? We've heard this.
Companies. So
shut up.
Anyway, here we're coming back from Iowa now. And remember, you guys, it's two hours back to my hometown of Chaska, Minnesota. Well, I stopped where I was born, incidentally.
You were born in a Hardee's? This is all starting to make so much sense. My mother was an onion ring. Sorry.
Mankato, Minnesota.
My dad was a rich, thick shake. They used to call me their little combo meal. This is so stupid.
And we go through a Hardee's drive-thru.
You know, like we did when we were kids in the 50s.
We pull around the back, and we're just about going through. We pull through the drive-thru. They take the order. We pull up, and she says, pull ahead, because they had to make the order. Part of it wasn't done.
Really? They didn't psychically anticipate your order? It's your hometown. What the fuck has this country fallen into?
We pull ahead, and a car comes perpendicular and parks like a little ways in front of us, and I've been around the block, and I said,
yes, yeah, you've been under the block.
To my buddy, I said,
hide the crack.
That's either a bad guy or it's FBI. I said that straight up. I said it's either FBI or it's a bad guy. And not to say that some FBI guys can't be bad guys, right? Luckily, it wasn't a bad FBI guy, right? So anyway,
is he coughing or snorting? Are we?
Then another car at the same time pulls up and pins us in here to our right side. Now remember, I got the wall to the left. I'm just past.
Yeah. They used the Hardee's they deputized a Hardee's against you.
The order thing where I can only get out about 3 feet.
Which is not enough because he likes a grand exit.
And then another guy comes flying up for his order, but he wasn't getting an order, Brandon.
No way. Because FBI, everybody knows they eat at Arby's.
He was pinning in the back of the car, right? And these aren't what you think of like, Secret Service cars or something. They were all different models, and they're all undercover, and Anyway, so I don't know. I open my door and I say, who are you?
And he goes, you mean emotionally? God damn it, Mike Lindell, you've cut me to the quick. You've asked me the one question I have no response to. Who am I? And I send them into an existential tailspin. It's a trick I learned in the crack house.
You know, he says, we're FBI. I said, show me your badges. So they show one badge. I said, how about yours? You know,
yeah, because it might be one FBI guy and a couple of federales.
Because I don't trust anybody. Like, you know, there's bad people. Well,
yeah, I mean, it might have been just luck of the draw that the front car happened to be the FBI, and the other two cars, one was trying to kidnap me, and the other one was just in a big fucking hurry to get a biscuit.
They do that, and I said, what do you want?
And they're like, oh, God, these existential questions. God, I did it again. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I'm supposed to want a family and to settle down or whatever, but I feel like I've got oats to sow.
Says, we need to talk to you. So I pull over.
Really? They don't want to just want to jump right in the sack?
And pull over, and he starts asking questions.
Pull over? You pull out? Never mind.
I want to see
It's going to get ugly.
more ID. So they show me some more badges, right?
Sure.
I'm looking at them. I don't, you know, how you going to know a fake badge from a real one, you know?
Yeah, but at some point you just got to move on.
But anyway, I said, are you going to, we start.
All right. I said, I don't believe you're real FBI guys. And they went, well, we could put you in our car and take you to the local FBI office, which is in Des Moines or some shit, or in Minneapolis, and you can ride in our car for 2 hours, and then you'll see once we bring you in the building and go through all this in person that it's real. How about this? I could call state troopers, and they could demand that you answer our questions, and you can lay on the ground till they get here, because we're not just going to let you fucking stand near your trunk fiddling with your waistband.
They're talking and they're asking me questions about Colorado.
Which way's directions? First, they don't know who they are, what they want to do, and now they're asking for. This is like Dumb and Dumber.
And I said, you know, you guys. I said, are you going to arrest me? I said, I've been asking for you guys. This will make This will make national news.
And they went, no, you're not that interesting. We just need your phone.
And they go, no, we're not going to arrest you.
You're material witness.
Yeah. I'm going. Well, then what do you want? And they go, we're going to ask you some
God damn it. There it is again.
questions. Sorry. So they start asking me these questions about Colorado, about Dominion Machine, Colorado.
But I think this has to do, by the way, with him taking Tina Peters out of the state while they were looking for her, while there was an open warrant for her. And he, if he knew there was a warrant for her arrest and it's on her phone and his phone and they had conversations about it, he's in deep shit.
With Tina Peters and Doug Frank and throwing
They're
names
asking
out
you
there.
about Doug Frank?
Yeah, Doug Frank. They go, how long have you known Doug Frank? And I go, I met him.
You mean MAGA Frank?
At the Lindell, or I mean at the.
Yeah. I mean, slow down. Everybody knows a Doug Frank, of course.
At
someplace.
When we filmed Absolute Interference. First time I ever met him, and I told the FBI guy, I said, you guys probably already know this. I said, it's when we filmed Absolute Interference.
And you'll be shocked that they weren't familiar with absolute interference. Not the way I am.
But it was so good, I said, we got to stop the presses, and we made scientific proof. So anyway, I started drilling them. I go,
oh, wait. He didn't do that one. He did he jumped to that one and then went back to it.
How come you guys don't ask me questions about Dennis Montgomery's data so we can get this charade over with? I said, can you get me to the January 6th corruption? I said, I volunteered to go.
So you're yelling at FBI guys about this bullshit in a Hardee's fucking parking lot.
Go there. And they go, Mike, we're talking about Colorado. Sam, they wanted to keep me focused, right?
Because you seemed a little scattered, and since you admit that you went duck hunting, you had guns in the car.
Were any of them cracking a smile? Did any of them say?
Yeah. They were the one guy. These guys were. I want to say this for the record. They were pretty nice guys.
All right, there you go. Yes, they were nice. The same ones that were nice to fucking Roger Stone and to Giuliani, and they all lie about them kicking in fucking doors, and then they end up, when they finally are asked about it, they end up having to go, yeah, they were very professional.
Okay. I mean, none of them had an attitude thing, but I'm just going.
So none of them acted like they didn't like you. They all act like they liked you.
Yeah, they don't. They're just good actors. That's why they were in undercover cars. We're going to have to send in undercover agents, guys who can pretend not to be ready to crack up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were very, very, gracious. I mean, they were just being,
They were gracious?
We're just doing our job because I kept drilling them.
They actually said that? They said we're just doing our job?
Yeah, we're doing our job. And I said, oh, yeah, why don't you come? Here's exactly what I said. I go,
oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, why don't you come and bash my door down like you did Sharona Bishop's and others in Colorado? And you know what he said? The one guy goes, yeah, but Sharona didn't answer the door.
Yeah, that's true.
And I go, oh, really? So one of them was definitely either from Colorado.
Yeah.
Then the guy.
Right. They refuse to come to the door when the FBI is knocking at your door. This is not even the local police and going, don't come in. I'm calling my attorney or whatever. Like, even with local cops, they don't have to do that shit. Yeah, and by the way, you're absolutely right. This is all horseshit.
So we go through a problem.
Although I do believe he prattled on like a fucking moron the entire time. Like, I can totally picture Mike Lindell having a fucking panic attack, his heart being in his throat, and him just blathering shit like a cliff notes of everything that we've watched in a fucking Hardee's parking lot.
Probably 10, 15 minutes. And I'm basically telling them, why can't we, so because I'm wanting them to I want to get it out there. Go, what do you need? I'm going, I'm hoping that they're going to arrest me and I could go, hey, here's the evidence, whatever Dominion wants.
Yeah, that's not how it works, stupid.
And
he has attorneys. What is this garbage? I grew up in Peaksmill, Kentucky, and by the time I was 10, I would have had a better grasp of how to interact with law enforcement than a former crack addict / millionaire who considers Donald Trump one of his best friends who doesn't return his phone calls.
Anyway, then he goes, well, I got some bad news. And I go, okay, here it comes, right? He goes, we're taking your cell phone. We have a warrant for your cell phone. I go, no, I said my whole company. I run 5 companies off.
By the way, if you've ever watched like Cops, the show, or if you go on like Law and Crime, or you go on, Police, what's the YouTube one, Police Activity, and you see people pulled over for all kinds of shit, driving drunk, just like expired paper, like everything. Like, they all have this kind of fucking story. Everybody has this story. Yeah, America's dumbest criminals, exactly. Everybody goes into this bullshit.
That I don't have a computer.
Which makes no sense.
Hearing aids run off this. Everything runs off my phone. I said, and
you're a millionaire and you don't have a backup phone. You run 5 companies off your phone and you don't have a backup of it. Also, fuck you, he obviously has one because he was fucking around with it. We just saw him with his fucking phone. Which, by the way, FBI, if you're watching, and there's got to be at least one, he's got another phone and he didn't turn it over.
I said, if I don't give it to you, will you arrest me then? And I was just, I'm going, are you kidding me? You're not getting my phone.
And then they're like, yeah, we are getting your phone.
And he shows me this arrest warrant. We're going to put it up here on a thing or not. This phone.
We're going to put it up here on a thing or not.
Arrest phone to arrest my phone.
A warrant for your phone.
Yes, fill in the Brandon is the I guess he's the Lindell translator.
For your phone. A warrant for your phone.
Yeah.
Whisperer.
So he gives me this, and we'll put it up on the screen in a minute. And I'm going, so then I go, well, can I call a lawyer? So I actually called a lawyer.
And what did the lawyer tell you?
He gets on the phone, and
he says, give him your fucking phone.
And I said, hey, I'm not giving him my phone. And he's going, no, you should give him the phone.
$375 a second to have him go, no. Give me your fucking phone. Why are you even talking on your phone? Give him the phone. Call me later. Use one of your friend's phone. The fuck are you thinking?
He goes, sir. We have a warrant and arrest, for a warrant for his phone.
His phone. It was an Italian. We got a warrant for his phone. He's involved in such a crime, and
I go, I'm thinking, well, they'll arrest me if I won't give the phone. But no, if you read this, they would have done everything they could because they could, the phone was right there. Believe me, they would have got the phone. Okay.
Oh, you mean you weren't like bouncing around Hardee's parking lot with your fists up, like, come on, put him up. The fuck out of here.
With physical force, they would have got the phone.
Yes, physical force like this. We're taking this. This is the warrant. What physical force would be necessary after they were like, here it is. I'm going to get back in your car. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I had to give up the phone, right?
Yes, you did. We knew that from the second they asked. They have a fucking warrant, dum-dum.
And I go, everything I run off this phone, I said, this is my life. Businesses rely on this. Everything I have relies on it.
Yeah, that's not their fault. That's your fault. What kind of an asshole runs 5 companies, 1.5? My Pillow and My Store are the same fucking thing, and Lindell TV and Frank Speech are the same fucking site. What kind of an asshole runs their company off their... You fucking stupid?
Can't even imagine you can just take somebody's phone.
Yeah, you can. They've done it to a bunch of people lately, dumb shit. I don't know how, considering how tied up this dickhead was with January 6th, his own attorney didn't say, hey, Mike, I just want to let you know they've been subpoenaing people's phones related to Jan 6 and related to Tina Peters, everybody involved in the Tina Peters thing. And since you helped her leave the state while a warrant was open, they're more than likely going to want your phone. So just be prepared. If they give you a warrant, give them your phone, surrender it, and we'll get it back and it won't be a problem. Like if you had a lawyer worth a fuck and you were engaged in this level of chicanery, how are you not prepared? Take the phone and the cannoli and leave the pillow.
Because they want me to be a witness in the Tina Peters case. Okay, but I'm not
the Lifetime movie, anyways.
A witness. They just want my phone. Remember, everybody, when they asked for my phone records for the January 6th raid, I sued them and said, no, you're not getting my records for anything,
I don't believe him, but also I think they just kind of gave it a pass because he wasn't important to the day. They don't need his shit for January 6th. Like, he busts people in and they know it, but he's a sap. He's not a deep conniver.
How dare you get my records? Remember, I sued the January 6th people.
Yeah, remember how he does call his lawyer before they take it? I know, but his lawyer, if he was worth a goddamn, should have given him a heads up. Or if this guy is supposedly the brainiac that Trump thinks he is, he would know.
What's her name in the...
And by the way, he doesn't have a flip phone. He has a smartphone. He's used it. We've seen it before. He has another one right there. FBI. He lied. He has another phone. Thank you, Mandy.
Liz Cheney?
No, well, yeah, maybe it was Cheney. I don't know, that whole little charade they got going.
Yeah, just get on with it.
Going on with the January 6th committee. I sued them and said, no, you're not
Nancy
getting
Pelosi.
and Nancy
Just name people in Congress.
Pelosi and the gang. So anyway,
The gang.
so now instead, because I suppose they knew that I'm not going to take this, that they come out and do this.
No, they are going to take this, and what this is your phone.
So what we're going to do, everybody, I want you to I'm going to put up the first letter. I want everybody to see this, what they said. If you can read this, Brandon.
I cannot.
And I want you to read this to everybody.
You want me to read it to everybody?
Okay, wait, I'll read it. I got it here in front of me.
The reason why is
Here's what
because
said.
it's so small on the screen in front of me.
Yeah, okay. Here's what it says, everybody.
Thanks.
Dear subpoena recipient.
Wow, they didn't even have the guts to call you Mike Pillow.
Okay.
By the way, really high quality technology here. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe it's not the image. So sure it's probe photos there. Says phone records. Where is it? I can't find a better copy of it. Except maybe on Twitter, because there was one. Somebody put up hold on. Somebody put up a copy of it. There you go. Hold on. Mike Lindell subpoena. Photos. Mike Lindell shares warrant and subpoena from the FBI. Tells these things for a reason, a good cause. Here you go. So this is all right. Sealed by order, any authorized law enforcement officer, an application by a federal agency, attachment A incorporated here, person or property to be searched above in the matter of the search of a person located in the District of Minnesota, described in attachment A for who this person is. This is the actual search point. Then he puts there it is. RE Grand Jury Subpoena 22105. Dear subpoena recipient. This motherfucker. The fact that I can bring this up. Hold on. Control plus. I think I can. You know what? I'm going to just bring this down here. Put it right here. Open this up. Should be able to open up this thing. And then expand. There you go. Look at this. Look at that. Hey, hold on. Look at that. Imagine. Look. Here's what they can do. Here's what I can do. Took me 8 fucking seconds. RE Grand Jury Subpoena 22105. Dear subpoena recipient, an official criminal investigation of a suspected felony is being conducted by an agency of the United States and a federal grand jury in the District of Colorado. As a subpoena recipient, you are not under an obligation of secrecy. However, we request that you do not disclose the existence of this subpoena for an indefinite period of time. Although the law does not require non-disclosure unless a court order is issued, we believe that the impact of any disclosure would be detrimental to the investigation. If you do not believe that you can comply with this request, please notify the undersigned assistant attorney, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's the letter he's about to show. And then his commanded to appear. 1 second. That's that. That's what we're seeing there. This is the one where he's like, they told me to be quiet, and I'm not going to be quiet. I will not be ignored.
An official criminal investigation of a suspected felony is being conducted by an agency of the United States and a federal grand jury in the District of Colorado. As a subpoena recipient, you are not under obligation of secrecy. However, we request that you do not disclose the existence of this subpoena for an indefinite period of time. In other words, they don't want me to tell anybody about this subpoena or what just happened today. Although
it has nothing to do with you, fucko. They're engaged in an investigation against Tina Peters and the people around her. for all he fucking knows, and this is true, for all he fucking knows is that Tina Peters and a couple other people defrauded Mike Lindell and tried to get him involved in a fucking crime, and that's what they're going after, for all he fucking knows. And by telling that they've gotten his phone or whatever, these people might destroy other records because they have some, they know he's spoken to them about stuff. What a fucking moron.
Though the law does not require non-disclosure unless a court order is issued, we believe that the impact of any disclosure could be detrimental to the investigation. Well, and then it says, if you...
Yeah, don't start editorializing till you finish reading it, because whoever is running this wonderful production that you have fucking doused millions of dollars on, it drives me crazy. By the way, like and subscribe, give a thumbs up, super chat, support the show, Venmo if you want, because the quality of programming I am cranking out here all by my lonesome, ladies and gentlemen, considering the fucking millions of dollars that this prick is dumping into Frank's speech and all this stuff, I'm just saying, it's a Herculean task, and I'm very proud of myself considering. I will have you know that also all the graphics you see, even including and not limited to, hold on one second, the fact that I recognize, hold on, is the control of this in? Yeah, no, hold on. The fact that my arm only goes this far, that's the limitation of my space. That's all I have. If I want to point at something, I'll just move over and go, look. But I got to do it manually. Just saying. And that the fact that this prick is dumping this much money into stuff, yeah, I made it legible for the audience in under 2 minutes. I would argue, let's see, and I closed it out because I don't need it anymore. But fucking hell, where is it? Here's the search warrant grand jury subpoena issued to Mike Lindell, 2 of 2. Now this is fairly blurry. This is them putting it, somebody else putting it up. Yeah, this is the one that really stands out. He put this up on the screen. The last 4 digits of Mike Lindell's, I'm not going to read them out loud, but the last 4 digits of his social are right there. Right there. He put this up on screen. And there's a full color picture that was included in this. When they made a photocopy of it, you can't see it. If he puts it up on this screen, he's even dumber than we thought.
That you can comply with this request. In other words, if you can't shut up, if you're going to tell the world anyway, please notify the undersigned Assistant United States Attorney before you disclose the existence of this subpoena. Thank you. Sincerely, Aaron Teitelbaum.
Teitelbaum.
Well, Mr. Aaron Teitelbaum, I hope you're watching, because this is your notification that I'm telling the world about this garbage. You come and take my cell phone that runs my companies.
Wait a minute. Your cell phone runs your company? Man, AI has come a long way.
When you could have just asked for anything you want, I'm talking of any text messages or whatever you're looking for.
No, they can't. Because you engaged in the felony fleeing that she engaged in. You helped her. You were hiding her out. You talked about it. She came to your event. You talked about hiding her from the feds, dumb fuck. It's not exactly, you're not the safest bet in a trust game, fucko.
So there you have it, Aaron Teitelbaum, Assistant United States Attorney. There's your notice. And yes.
Yeah, take that. And my phone. Actually, you can have my phone because legally, my lawyer said you should probably take my phone.
I am going to tell the world.
Well, 45 people on Facebook anyways. And Brannon House and 9 people on Rumble. And then everybody in my audience is going to know, but we don't really give a fuck.
About what you guys have been doing. This is disgusting.
Imagine what the guys looking at your phone feel like.
You guys in Colorado bash people's doors in. Jenna Griswold, one of the most evil people this world has ever seen.
Wow, that's saying a lot. Just never Never watched a true crime thing at all? Never seen a special on Ted Bundy or BTK or... No, you never... Basically, the idea is that it's this lady, and then way down here it's Hitler. It's like her and Mao Zedong, and yeah.
The Secretary of State of Colorado.
Yes. I don't know how we're all surviving right now. The power that she has, and I mean, have you seen the camps she's setting up in Colorado?
Has done nothing but collude with Dominion's headquarters in Colorado to hurt our country, to take our country down, to hurt the people of Colorado.
Was she part of legalizing weed? I don't know if that was that the first straw?
And to hurt, now they're hurting my pillow, they're hurting my employees.
What'd they do to your pillow?
Everything else I don't have.
Oh, you mean the company My Pillow? I thought you meant your personal pillow. I mean, that's probably the problem with naming my on everything, is that everybody thinks it's acutely, like when it came to seize my phone, you're like, oh shit, I just started a company called My Phone and they're going to seize my company. Like, no, we mean your phone. I don't have a company called Your Phone. Okay, dumb fuck, lay down.
All the data I lost on my phone that you now have, Brandon, they wouldn't even
It's not lost. Oh, trust me, it's not lost.
let me do anything.
They let you call your lawyer. They let you yammer like a fucking moron in the Hardee's parking lot, wasting everybody's fucking time with dead ducks and spent barrels or spent casings in your fucking trunk.
They wouldn't let me do a
Where were the birds during this? How many ducks did you bag? Obviously enough to make you hungry, so you had to stop at Hardee's.
backup, download anything.
And by the way, one of our
Yeah, you don't get to... Yeah, let me, if you don't mind, I give you device in second. Let me just hook up to small device I carry with me from... He's not that smart, but it's just protocol.
one of our team members...
Is this your vice president in charge of shitty graphics? Or...
attorney says the warrant and subpoena are out of federal court in Colorado.
Yes. Yeah, we know. Where have you been? You can't have heard less of this than I did.
This is a federal investigation of the Mesa image. The reports show Dominion, which is, of course, the reports we've been showing here. You know, the report 1, 2, and 3, of which Walter Doherty is a part of, I believe, who's about to be on.
Yeah, Walter's going to be coming on
Are they going to want his phone too?
here at 6:30, everybody.
Well, he's a part of that.
This is the investigation, everybody, that they're doing with the Mesa 3 report. This is what Dominion and Jenna Griswold don't want you to see.
They don't want anybody to see the software that runs the voting machines in Colorado, because it would be a crime. It would be a dereliction of their duty.
And it's right here on Frank's Speech, everybody.
So this is...
Yeah! What the heck? It's right here on Frank's Speech, everybody! Why aren't you here? Just 45, 43 people, 41 people. Oh my God, it's going down. 38 people on Facebook, 27, 15. Fuck me! Damn you, suck-a-buck!
Attorney, who I can name if you want, is saying that he just searched it.
Yes, name his attorney. Name Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell can call out the FBI agent or the person who issued the warrant, but Brandon House is afraid to name the attorney that's working for Mike Lindell.
It's out of the federal court in Colorado, federal investigation of the Mesa image. The reports show Dominion overwrote the operating system on the EMS, destroying all log files and actual ballot manipulation inside the machine. Without taking that image before the data was destroyed by the trusted build, no one would know what happened. Tina Peters is a hero.
Okay, so this is just somebody sending a message. First of all, that's not even remotely true, fucko. They already backed up what was on those machines after the election. It's been fucking 2 years.
So he says they're doing this because the Mesa...
Fuck, I'm losing people on Facebook. They're disappearing. Where are you going? Come back. Come back, Facebook. Where have you gone? Where'd you go?
Report shows what's going
What's he doing? What is he doing? Does he have another fucking phone and he's on Facebook Live using a phone?
on with the machines.
That's right.
DM
Yep.
is not the only evidence. This is from the other side, i.e., inside the machines. So apparently, what you guys
In other
have.
words,
No, that has nothing to do with this. She had no right to do that. She brought she brought the guy she brought in to the place was using a fake ID from somebody who had passed a security check. So not only did she bring in somebody who had not passed a security check into a secure place dealing with the elections, but she brought him in using the identification of someone who had passed a security check. Do you know how fucked up that is? And then that alone is a crime. If you want to be a whistleblower, then go to fucking jail. Make your fucking point. But then pissing off because you think you're the Bonnie and Clyde of elections, and this asshole hiding you for a while drags him into it. And he's not Carter Page stupid, obviously, because his businesses have functioned to some degree. I mean, he might have just fell into it, but still.
right.
Yes,
In
yes.
other words, when he said DM, Dennis Montgomery's isn't the only evidence. That's
Yes.
completely separate.
Yeah, it's not evidence, and it doesn't exist, and it's lame as fuck. But yeah, there's other stuff. Good point.
When you said DM there. So what he's saying, which I haven't even talked to these attorneys, you guys. I only had a chance to take a shower and put my suit on.
Well, I'm glad you did that. I don't want you covered in duck guts and Hardee's onion
Been
rings.
tied up for hours on this stuff. So you're
Why?
here first. So what they're saying is they're investigating. They're trying to take my phone for what? That's what I don't get.
I just feel terrible because I wish I could just lean in and go, "Hi, dummy. There was a warrant for Tina Peters, and you bragged that you were helping her avoid the federal charges on your fucking live stream. That's why." Can I just lean into the screen of this fucking show at some point? So hold on 1 second. Now I gotta. Hold on. Where are we? This is gonna have to be this and click this, and then we'll take me like this, and then we'll take me like here, and then we'll move me way over here. Look, you can see my door. And we'll put me right over here. 1 second. And then we'll put me behind here. And then I still have to be smaller. Hold on. Move me up like this. I think this would be right. Yeah, hold on. This is such a waste of time, but work with me. Whoops, get back here. Now it's not going to be in line.
To take a shower and put my suit on. I've been tied up for hours on this stuff. So you're here first. So what they're saying is they're investigating. They're trying to take my phone for what? That's what
Because you engaged in a felony fugitive action. Asshole. Sorry. Okay. I'm fine. Give me a second. I gotta make myself bigger again and then put myself in front of the screen. That's fun. Okay. There we go. And squeeze me up. There you go. Hi. There we go. And then we'll put this down here and then stretch this out here. Whoops. Back up. Whee. Okay. So stupid. Why can't I do that for real? Why can't I would because I consider Lindell TV to be completely fucking harmless ultimately. It will have no major impact on anything. It'll be a stupid blip. I would just like to say for the record, I would totally, yeah, yeah, that's a good point too. I did not in any way give, I give Mike Lindell any actual legal advice in any way. Just saying, for the record, I do not want to be accused later of advising him properly and then not charging someone for free legal advice.
I don't get, but they take my phone and the image is right here on Frank's speech for the whole world to see. The FBI did ask me, he goes, well,
the whole FBI?
I said, why don't you report the evidence? I said, you guys have the evidence. Why are you investigating? Why are you letting Jenna Griswold? Here's what I told him.
Please tell me like he was actually eating his onion rings. Well, they're gonna get cold. Just like the fucking Cookie Monster, just stuffing fucking onion rings. Why don't you guys fucking, how about this?
I said, you guys.
He goes, I said, and then I was like, and then he was like, ah, and I was like, brrr.
You guys are going to be on my 6 o'clock Lindell report.
And they were like, you don't say. Wow. Special Agent Wilson, we're going to be on his 6 o'clock, is it? His 6 o'clock Lindell TV report. Really? Is that a threat or a promise, sir? What an asshole.
All over the world.
All over the world. Everybody's got the word.
And he goes, with this corruption. And he goes, and the head FBI guy goes,
he starts going, the head FBI guy goes, he goes, all over the world, you say.
He goes, Mike, why are you saying it's corrupt? I said, no, not you guys. You're just doing your job.
Right. You're just following the orders.
I get it, but you're being weaponized by an evil person, Jenna Griswold.
Yeah, she has nothing to do. We're dealing with a fugitive situation. Tina Peters fled the state, and she was under a federal warrant at the time, and all she had to do was show up at court with a fucking lawyer. She's got one, and she didn't. She chose to flee, and you helped her like a dumbass. And that's why we had to follow you to duck hunting today. And that's why I have to be downwind from a Hardee's drive-thru window listening to you yammer this shit and spit all over my tie.
The Secretary of State of Colorado, you're getting weaponized by our own government against citizens.
You got to picture this in a parking lot of a Hardee's at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's like, the funny thing is like, the FBI could have just had, like, one of the FBI agents could just have a phone that he has that he's like, here, take your phone back. And just gave him his phone and then left with Mike Lindell's phone. And just went, you have our phone. I'm just shut it off. I have a copy. I don't run my whole life off a phone like an idiot.
That have done nothing but said, hey, we can't have these electronic voting machines.
Don't you understand? There are lizard people eating baby milkshakes in Area 51. How do you not want fries right now? Can anybody else smell that, or is it just me?
I said, it's disgusting. I said,
I can't, because this this was all happening. Can you imagine being the guy in line behind him at Hardee's, not realizing what's going on, and you can't get out of the drive-thru thing, and you just... Is that the Mike Pillow guy? Because you know this is true. This is so true. I'm gonna die. Oh shit. There's no way he didn't do all of this in a fucking Hardee's parking lot in Minnesota, in some little shit. And this is his hometown. So people are, hey Mike, still yelling about the election, are you? Okay. Oh God. I'm gonna die. Jesus Christ. He absolutely said all of this shit to these poor FBI guys. Do I think the FBI guys actually said what he says they said back to him? No, I don't. I don't believe that part at all. I don't think he hears other people when he's talking. You know what I mean? Like, he just waits for breaks to fill with words. He's like, this, and, oh God. But I guarantee he said every fucking word of this in this parking lot. Yes, for 2 fucking hours. It's gonna get worse. I'm afraid to push the play button. I'm afraid. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna... All right, I gotta try. We gotta get through this. This is fucking... I'm only like 20 minutes into this shit. It's an hour long. Now, I think he bails out halfway through and his guests come on. I hope. God damn it. Whew. I heard there's video. Not sure if it has... Oh, my God. I hope so. All right, let's try to continue. Whew. I'm trying.
Said, now you're taking away from me the only way I do my business. Brandon, I don't know.
But how did they respond to that?
They're just doing his job. And I said, what has our country become? I told them. They sat and talked to me. I don't know, a half hour. We even
I don't doubt
talked to the hunter. His brother, one of the guy's brother, had read my book, and he goes, man, with your past, he goes,
I'm surprised we haven't met you before.
And he says, you know,
I'm sorry, I think my buddy busted you twice.
It's American dream, or the American,
So these guys were not antagonistic at all, it sounds like to you.
No, I talked to him about God. I said,
You talked to him about God? Oh, God. In a Hardee's parking lot, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Sometimes he uses the difficult moments in our lives, other times onion rings. And a nice frosty shake. I'm gonna keel over.
I said, we're in the greatest revival for Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, he went into his closing argument. He says this at the end of everything.
In history, I was trying to witness to the guy. And he...
There's the headline. Mike Lindell leading FBI agents to Christ. There's your headline.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. In a Hardee's parking lot with a trunk full of dead ducks. I led him to Jesus Christ by accusing him of criminal endeavors and then saying, whatever you do, don't look at the pictures on my phone. I'm working out.
I know I was,
Yeah, I always lose track of my thoughts after I have led someone to Jesus. So the FBI agents you were talking to out of the Colorado field office who live in and around that area, never been to church. They don't. They're not familiar. They just. What does the FBI do? Skip Christmas? Shit.
But the one guy, I said, what have we become as a nation, as a country, where our own government protects and our own media? Are you listening, Cheryl, and all of you out there?
Yeah, fuck you, Cheryl Teagues. Just because I had your poster and you never spoke to me. Cheryl Sandberg? I don't know.
Charlie, if you're watching.
Yeah, definitely Charlie from the New York Times. Good grief.
Brown, if you're watching. Anybody, all you journalists
They're not.
out there, what have we become as a nation?
Well, I guess stronger for having gotten through Donald Trump and not really had all of our major elements of government destroyed, I think. Who the fuck is Cheryl? You don't know who Cheryl is? Guys, it's Cheryl, okay? Fuck Cheryl and her bullshit. Am I right? Am I right? And Charlie, Cheryl, Glenn, Reggie, you know what I mean?
When our own government, this is what they did in Nazi Germany.
Oh, motherfucker. He's yelling at, like, them taking his phone in a Hardee's parking lot. All of a sudden, this motherfucker is Anne Frank. Shut the fuck up. Oh, my God. This is what they did. No, they fucking didn't. Go watch the first 15 minutes of Inglourious Bastards, you inglorious bastard.
Everybody, they're attacking
everybody.
Citizens, Gold Star moms. They're attacking companies like I told Charlie today before I even told him. He's probably watching about the.
No, he probably isn't.
FBI. I didn't know to tell him that or not because it was.
Yeah, I didn't know whether I was going to tell a reporter that the FBI took my phone on the phone that I'm not supposed to have, that I lied that I didn't have.
Happening right during when I was talking to him about 20 minutes later, and he's doing a whole story at the New York Times. I said, Charlie, if you write a good article, maybe it wouldn't be the failing New York Times anymore.
Yeah, this will salvage it.
I said, and
it's they treat me like no.
No, and I told him a couple journalists. One was for the New York Times. One.
Yeah, then I was like, hey. What is this, Nazi Germany? People are writing articles about me in the New York Times, and you're here to take my phone? You can't have my phone. Hold on, I'm calling my lawyer. Give him the phone? Okay, you could take my phone. I'm sorry. Please. I'm sorry. It's the Hardees. We've been here a while. I've already started to what's commonly referred to as digesting food, but when it comes to Hardee's, it's an entirely different category biologically. I'm all right.
They read my book and they actually wrote the truth. And I read the Washington Post article, Brandon, a couple days ago. I said this guy was a real journalist, at least partially. It was torn. He actually wrote some things that were the news, and it was about the cast vote record. You couldn't even lie about the cast vote records that it shows the corruption. It's either machine manipulated or it's not. I mean, it's one or the other.
It's not.
Right? Well,
yeah, it's not.
Anyway, what have we become as a nation when you got...
Yeah. Like, don't get distracted. This FBI guy's got shit to do. There's there's a fucking cannibal loose in the mountains of Colorado sending pipe bombs to people. But he needs to fuck around with you while you yammer at him for a baseline subpoena.
God, like I told him, like my pillow, you know, employee owned.
Lie.
And they get attacked and have to sit and worry about billion-dollar lawsuits, you know.
Again, which could have been avoided if you just stepped down as CEO while you were doing this. And just don't be in your fucking ads and just make some My Pillow stuff without your ass all over it. And that's the failure here. In all seriousness, fuck this dude. Because he puts all of his employees' livelihoods on the line because he's chasing this fart air all over fucking Minneapolis and Colorado and fucking Iowa and Alabama and Nevada and Arizona. It's not their they didn't sign up for that shit. They just want to work at a company that makes fucking pillows. You've sponsored every fucking thing, dummy. You put My Pillow on everything. There's a fucking promo code on this. Look at this shit. Watch.
They go home, they have families to feed. They're Democrats, liberals, Republicans, conservatives.
And you fucked all of them out of their livelihood by dragging them into your personal psycho cause. How the fuck is that their business? You're an asshole.
Hispanic, black, Asian, white. We're all like one big family. And he goes,
yeah, one big family where dad has started drinking and driving us over a cliff.
Well, how do your employees take that? I mean, how are they taking? I said, we're trying to get by. We've lost hundreds of millions of dollars because of cancel culture and you media people attack.
You media people? This is like when like a cartoon dog or a wolf turns you into a pork chop. Is he talking to this FBI agent and suddenly Charlie from the New York Times' face appears on them?
And you attack people so even judges are afraid to make a ruling. They kick things down the thing to standing, this horrible thing called standing.
Yeah, standing is terrible. It's better to have sitting.
They just kick the can for standing. But other cases they're pushing through that are so corrupt and so evil, like going after a gal that just does her job,
just a gal.
Gold Star mom, and does her job, takes a backup of her computer. Do you know Tina Peters never even had a jaywalking ticket in her life?
Yeah, neither did Jeffrey Dahmer. What's your fucking point?
Ever.
Yeah, BTK never got arrested for jaywalking. Not a once. Yeah, Al Capone, far as I know, never got a speeding ticket. Nope, just never happened. Fuck does that have to do with anything? The Highland Park shooter didn't have a criminal record.
You know, and here's the FBI coming up to me and taking, it'd be different if I had a computer and stuff.
I'm all right.
Brandon, I do everything, as you know, off that phone. Everything.
And you don't have a backup. Maybe as an employee of Mike Pillow, they have bigger concerns than Dominion. Especially that their boss runs the entire company off of his phone, and if he misplaces it or the battery dies, the company ceases to work until he finds a charger and a plug that works.
I don't sit in front of a desk. I go to my employees. I sit at a big table if you're ever in my office. I sit at a big table just like this one. I'm in.
And you're always on your phone while it's happening.
Interactive. I'm doing a million things at once, and they take the phone. Then they
had a subpoena for it, fuckhead.
And losing the pictures. I just went on a family vacation for 3 days, and
no ducks were killed during this family vacation, this alleged family vacation.
And all the pictures, and the FBI takes all this stuff. Well,
what family did you take with you on this? Do we know? I know so little about this guy's. Hold on. Well, hold on. Let's see. He was married to Dallas Yoakum for a year. Not even a year. But he has 4 kids. She must have been exhausted. Dallas Yoakum is the ex-wife of Mike Lindell. If I may. Dallas Yoakum is the ex-wife of the famous entrepreneur Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell is the founder and CEO of MyPillow since 2004. The duo got married in June of 2013, but their marriage lasted only 2 weeks. I don't know where. Huh? I don't know where are the 4 kids from? Are they from his? Was he previously married? Or did he have Karen Dickey was his first wife. Quit it. Something frequent use of cocaine. Achieve sobriety through personal life. Married twice. First marriage ended divorce after about 20 years. Okay, there you go. His children's from this marriage. He married Dallas Yoakum in 2013, filed for divorce in mid-July 2013, and after she left him, Lindell stated that they had a prenuptial agreement. Lindell is an evangelical Christian. This is Wikipedia, so we obviously know there are flaws. And received an honorary doctor of business from Liberty University for his expertise as an entrepreneur. One thing I want to tell you guys is, whatever business you run, whatever organization, put everything you have on one cell phone.
Well, I got news for him. We are going to. I talked to one attorney. I said we're going after it tomorrow morning. We're going to get it to court to get rid of or to try and get it back.
Yeah, you'll get it back.
But in the moment, you can't, And then he kept a.
Yeah, in the moment, you can't. His attorney was like, give me your phone. We'll get your phone back. They'll give it back to us.
Apologizing. He goes, kind of apologizing. He goes, I didn't mean to, get you, I don't know what the word would be.
Exercised?
Stressed out or whatever. I go, I'm fine. I said,
I'm fine. I'm just yelling at you in a Hardee's parking lot. The FBI was like, look, I didn't want to stress you out. Look, what makes you think I'm stressed out? I'm just in a Hardee's parking lot yelling about the government being weaponized against us and our country, and this being the greatest revival for Jesus ever. And you can't have my phone. I run my company off my phone, and this is, I want to see your badge and his badge and his badge, and I don't even believe it. I wouldn't even be able to tell a real badge from my one. Why would you think I'm stressed out?
Yeah, I said, I'm absolutely fine. I said,
yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I always poop like this. Thump.
Here's my friend that hasn't been through stuff like that.
Your friend hasn't? So you're dragging him through it? Where's he? Was he sitting in the car just like nervously? I hope they don't want my phone. Oh, God. He's just sitting there in the passenger seat, shutting web pages like a fucking maniac. How do you clear a browser, Mike? How do you clear a browser history on a cell phone? Never mind. I'll figure it out. I'll watch a YouTube video on it. Okay, where's my fucking headphones? I don't want them to hear me. Like, literally, all you hear from the car is this drifty sound of like, it's pretty easy if you need to get rid of your browser history on an iPhone. There's a couple of settings. I'll walk you through it. But first, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. God damn it, shut up!
That's sitting there, and I said, but they, they're almost.
Got too much porn on your phone? God damn it! Sorry, Mike. How do you roll these windows up?
I don't know if they were really apologetic, but
I don't know if they were. Were they or weren't they? Again, this is this is where he's getting dangerously close to shit talking the FBI.
kind of was, and I'm going, you know what? Don't you guys feel bad? You're doing stuff that you're getting weaponized by the government. I said, don't you care about our country? You guys all know that these voting machines have to.
Oh my fucking god! Again, he's in a Hardee's parking lot yelling at FBI agents about this shit. Just give him the fucking phone and get in the car. Call your lawyer on somebody else's phone and get the fuck out of there. Do you really think you're going to talk the FBI agents who are there to serve a lawfully obtained search warrant, who have a subpoena for your phone, out of taking your phone? You know what, guys? I take it back. You know what? I'm going to quit our division. I don't even need to do this anymore. I want to be transferred to the X-Files. This is bullshit.
Go, and they're all standing there. You could just see they wanted to go like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they totally did. They're all sitting there going, Whole time you're talking, they're going, yeah. You don't say. Please go on. You're recording this, right? God damn, I wish I had a body cam. Cops get all the best footage.
No, I'm serious. Everybody know, say yes, they need to go. This isn't a Democrat or Republican thing. It's
Yes, try to get all the FBI agents, just in case you missed what he's saying. All the FBI agents were nodding in agreement that all the machines have to go in voting. Fuck me. Oh, God. This is painful.
But here, this is the tip of the spear, everybody.
Oh, yes. Armor-piercing shell. We're getting into Steve Bannon territory.
They're trying to do. Does Dominion and Jenna Griswold think that they're going to intimidate me, Brandon? They're not. Here I'm thinking, I'm telling the FBI, how come they don't come and get me and bring me in?
Yeah, there's a reason why they call some people, not all people, but some people without fear, they call them foolhardy. They have the fortitude of being a dumb shit. That's it. This is one of the best examples. You're ever wondering what foolhardy means? That's it. Dumb as a fucking box of hammers, and yet convinced of your superiority enough to throw yourself into the breach like a fucking idiot. Yes, he's foolhardy's. He's foolhardy's. He's gone foolhardy's.
You know why? Because they'd have to throw the evidence out there. Now they take my phone and, the evidence, what I should have said, what I should have.
Yeah, I almost said it. I was like, I thought of this just as they were driving away. I was like, you wouldn't pull this shit if we were in the Matrix. And I was like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, I hope they can pull, but I don't have anything on there. I said, you guys, the evidence is right up on Frank's speech. The Mesa County image is right on Frank's speech, Brandon.
Yep.
And then he kept, and then they asked a few things. They said, when did you meet Dr. Frank?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. They really
are
interested in Dr. Frank, aren't they?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, yeah. And
isn't that the algorithm, dickhead?
I said, well, he goes, he goes around the country. I go, yeah. And he goes, well, does he work for you? I go, no, but I've helped him out a couple different times.
That's interesting. How have you helped him out? You've helped him travel? Does he travel alone when he travels, Mike? Does he ever gets out and about, does he? Has he ever traveled with Tina Peters? Have you ever helped her travel? You sure you don't want an attorney, Mike?
Times where I said, the guy's a hero. He left his job. He's a physicist, one of the smartest men in the world.
Yes, the dickhead who came up with the algorithm that shows how there was a big plot to steal everything from the states, even though you have to change his fucking algorithm for every state, which is the example of it not being an algorithm. I'll give you an example. If there was if you could, you created a mathematical algorithm that wherever it was applied would create 3.3% change in the voting in a positive sense in one direction or another. That would be an algorithm. That would be a way, a complex algorithm that would, working in percentages and the votes that are coming in, would constantly update so that the guy who won would always win by 3.3%. Right? He alleges that's exactly what happened. Only the percentage is different in every state and aligns exactly with the voter rolls and the number of Democrats and Republicans in the state. Like, it's so fucking dumb.
And he's going around to help save our country. And I said, his data, I told it to the FBI guys, I said, you guys realize his data comes from the Secretary of State. It comes from the machine. This is...
Mike, shh. That's not... Shut the fuck up. That's exactly the problem, shithead. I know his math checks out. He uses all this inside code that came from the Colorado voting machines that he got. He's got that. He has a hard drive with voting machine software on it that he uses to check his shit against. It doesn't work, but he does have the hard drive. He carries it with him all the time. He puts it on the table. Shut the fuck up.
This is the data they told you happened. So you can't argue that data. That's why Doug Frank...
Yes, you can. We've gone through all this shit before. This was the same thing from that fucking Cyberama last year. None of it panned out. It's just completely dumb. It's one of the worst arguments he has, and that's saying a lot.
It's never been discredited. You know that, Brand, right?
Yes, it has. I've done it. Dozens of people have gone piss off. His own cyber experts were like, yeah, that doesn't work.
Right.
You can't discredit data.
Yes, you can. No, and by the way, no one's discrediting data. They're discrediting the formula by which he came to that data because there's no consistency to the data that he gets. That's the thing about science. It's studies are kind of useless unless they can be replicated. If you have to change the inputs and the outputs on every study, it's not the same fucking study. You're manipulating it.
That
comes from them.
They give you. They're going, here's your data. This came right out of our machine. Here's the results. Just like the cast vote records, everybody. You can't argue with them. It's like I said.
Right. And according to the cast vote records, there was no fraud.
Before, it's like if you miss a football game and you wanted to watch the highlights, they're in order, and here's your cast vote records.
No. Cast vote records aren't the highlights. They're every inch on the field. They're every player on the field. They're every down. They're every ruling. They're every, it's not the fucking highlights, dumb fuck.
I like what Dr. Doherty said last night, or Walter Doherty said.
Please tell me he went off on this kind of rant with his buddy while the FBI agents were standing there.
He goes, you know what? Everyone's been out there, the media, so they've been calling me too about, oh, Mike, every county clerk is so busy now. Really? They got to do their job? Wow, what a concept. You do your job. And let me tell you how easy it is to get the cast vote records. Okay, there it is. Boom. You email, you hit a button. Now, did you hear what he said, what San Francisco Township did?
Put it online.
They put it up online. So all you county clerks out there are crying, they're crying the blues because we're trying to save our country and you have to send multiple requests out. Just put it up on your website and call it a day, okay?
Yeah, did you find any major fraud in the San Francisco one? Nope. Does every state have the same rules and laws? You want a federal standard? Let's go to that. How about this? How about we have a federal standard for federal elections? And the states can do their state elections for governor and for fucking dog catcher and comptroller and AG, all the fuck they want. But federal law and federal offices, Congress people, senators and president and vice president, that's all done on a federal standard. And you can either have two separate fucking elections, have your fucking your gubernatorial election whenever the fuck you want. Have in the middle of the summer. Who gives a shit? But the federal election should have a standard. Oh, thanks, Hype Train. Look at that. Thanks, guys. By the way, thank you, Joanna. And Benny Loco's saying to everybody, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I forgot to say it because I was laughing.
Maybe you should do that anyway. It's public knowledge, or it's the Freedom of Information Act. Put it up there for all to see.
Well, the Freedom of Information Act means it's actually a requesting process. It doesn't mean we automatically post everything because it would just be terabytes of data and unnecessarily cumbersome and a waste of fucking time.
Yep.
Just maybe someday, Dominion and them criminals, we would hold them accountable and say, open up the machine. But let me tell you, everybody, one of them is open, and we have it here on Frank's speech, the Mesa County Report. Now, let me tell you, that cell phone they took, here's what they wanted, Brandon. Why don't we pull up the first exhibit?
Okay. Go to the second page here.
Yeah, go to the second page. By the way, Brandon, what you want to avoid is having your mic unidirectional and pointed at the opposite side of the face that you're using for purposes of motherfucker.
It's disgusting.
Let's go to the second page.
It's disgusting. I'm worried now what he's going to put up on screen.
I told the FBI, does it have to do with anything called Dominion? I said, so there's the thing.
Really? Did you use that tone? Fucking hell. This prick. Hold on. This isn't much better than his, but it's slightly clearer.
There, you can see the district court, the search warrant and seizure. Go to the next page, Logan.
Yeah, Logan, whoever that is. Okay, the next page. That's this thing. Yeah, right here. Hold on one second, if I may. I'm going to take this down here. Then I'm going to open this up. And then I'm going to blow it up. I think this is the same one. Yep, here it is. That's this. You are commanded to appear in the United States District Court at the time, date, and place shown below to testify before the court's grand jury. When you arrive, you must remain at the court until the judge or a court officer allows you to leave. In Grand Junction, Colorado. You must also bring with you the following documents: electronically stored information or objects, blank if not appeal. See attachment.
Now the next one.
All right. Oh, this thing? Oh yeah. Like an asshole. This is the one that shows his fucking where is it? Open it up here. Yeah. Like a jackass. Look at this. The property to be searched in the person Mike James Lindell, a male born in 1961, approximately 6 feet tall, with social security number ending in... I mean, how dumb? This dumb. Motherfucker. And any items on his person or in his immediate control in which the Lindell cell phone, as defined in attachment B, could reasonably be found. A photograph of Lindell appears below, which they made a photocopy of, and so it's just an outline. But I have to say, I could pick him out just from that outline.
Yeah, okay. This was a picture of me. It was kind of funny, but this, you can't see it here. It's in black and white.
Is it? I don't know. I don't have to take your word for it.
You see what it says up there?
Yeah, it says the last 4 digits of your social security number, fuckhead.
They're looking for me. Well, anyway, I said to the FBI, I said, you haven't even checked my ID. And they're wanting my, anyway, that they had sent them a picture, and
yeah, asshole, they know it's you.
I guess the first time I've ever been stopped where they didn't check your ID.
Yeah, you weren't pulled over. They were surveilling you.
Next one.
Okay, this is attachment B. Hold on. Where's the... Yeah, here it is. Okay. Take this over here. Open this thing up. This is this business.
Okay, so now if you read down, it says, I said, does this have anything to do with Jenna Griswold in Dominion? Well, sure enough, there's the Lindell cell phone. If you read down, it says, what's that say? Read that one paragraph A. Let me read it here.
Yeah, it's pretty blurry on there.
It says,
we'll wait.
oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Aaron Cheadlebum, that we're telling the whole world about this, but you wanted me not to.
What a douchebag. What a fucking douchebag. That's not... All right, never mind. The honest to God, they don't give a shit. Oh, and let me. They're gonna pick the second page of this, so I'll open that up in a second. I think USB flash drive. Okay, gotta bring this back up. Here you go.
All records and information relating to damage to any Dominion computerized voting system, including any impairments or attempt to impair the integrity or the availability of the data, a program, a system, or information. Brennan,
Yes.
now, why would I have to supply that when you already have it here, or we already have it here on Frank's speech?
Because what they're talking about is your pathetic attempt to gain access to that data and the manipulation of it after the fact, or any talk about scuttling it, destroying it, sharing it so it can't be used again, all that kind of stuff. All right.
It's right on the website.
Isn't it? How did it get on the website?
It's right on our website,
How did it get on your website?
everybody. Look it up. We're going to pull it up in a minute.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Walter comes on here. Walter should come on shortly. Let's go
He should.
to the next, let's get Walter on, but let's skip to a few pages. I just want to show where it goes. Skip, why don't you skip? It's Lindell's cell phone. We want Lindell's cell phone. And they,
This is going very well. I'm with you. I'm waiting with bated breath. I know this is gonna land big, and I'm gonna have egg on my face.
they really think there's something on that cell phone. They could have told me. And then you know what I told the FBI?
Oh boy, do I?
You can go ahead, go to the main screen.
Yeah, go to the other page and the other part of the page of the thing of the part of the page of the thing. Hold on. Is there more of this shit? Yeah. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So hold on. One more page. Open this guy up. This is this part. This motherfucker can't come up with a better quality copy of it. I can, but he can't. This is aggravating me. I'm starting to get a stomach ache. This is what he's talking about. Lindell, evidence of the attachment to the Lindell phone of other storage devices, similar containers, electronic evidence for counter forensic programs and associated data that are designed to eliminate data from Lindell cell phone. Evidence of the times the Lindell cell phone was used. Passwords, encryption keys, and other access devices that may be necessary to access cell phone. So they can tell you, they're allowed to ask you what your password is, and you have to give it to them. And if you don't, then they'll just get into it on their own. But that will be, as you know, as a material witness in a federal case, that will be considered obstruction of justice.
Logan. I told the FBI.
Oh boy.
I go, so you guys followed me all the way hunting? He goes, well, we can't really disclose that. Because you got to realize they tracked me somehow, Brandon.
Yeah, that was one
Yeah, let me guess. They used your cell phone.
of the questions on my list here. They were clearly tracking you all day.
Yeah, they had to track me all day, and I'm going, well, what were they waiting for? That I was going to shoot too many ducks or something? You know, it was crazy.
Then they would have gotten you on violating your limit.
Yeah, but they don't care about that. They didn't even, I mean, they're there for this corruption. That,
Yeah, he's joking, fuckstick. Mike Pillow actually thought Brandon believed that they would add that to a stack of charges. Your Honor, the defendant is before us for obstructing the election system of the United States, procuring access to secured materials, disseminating said secured materials, aiding and abetting a fugitive from federal justice, and getting one duck over the limit in Iowa.
Done at Griswold. But anyway, I said to him, I go, well, so you were tracking me through the phone, and he just didn't say anything. I go, you and Tim Cook. I go, Tim, how you doing in there? You know, and
Tim Crook, that would be from Apple, also known as Tim Apple. For the record, doesn't stop him from using those phones. Why don't you get a Huawei or something, fucko?
I go, you know Tim Cook? He goes, yeah, I've heard the name. I did make him laugh a few times, but
Yeah, they tend to laugh along with you because they know it will make you talk more. Again, this is what happens when you don't watch Mindhunter, people.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
You know, Clarice Starling certainly told Hannibal Lecter a lot of stuff about herself to try and save some lives and solve some crimes.
It's just they take away my way to do business, and
no, they don't. They took away your device. You still have that way. Your thumb. They didn't fucking seize your thumbs.
You know, so people calling me. I mean, you can't imagine numbers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's just unbelievable that they can just come and take a citizen.
Not to mention, if you use the cloud, they already have access to it all in the cloud.
No, they don't. Also, the point of that, you may not put all the stuff that you have, you may not back up everything to the cloud. And Brandon, you're thinking like an adult. Mike, look at the look on Mike's face. Does that look like the look of someone who regularly backs up their phone to the cloud?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they. My lawyer said they overstepped their bound. Little things they wanted for the cell phone. I mean, you've got to realize I'm in a lawsuit with Dominion and Smartmatic. They haven't preserved anything. They haven't given us anything.
Yeah, they don't have to. It's a libel lawsuit. You have to prove that you had information about that person. Let me give you an example. A total stranger that you've never met or interacted with is sexually assaulted. And you go on television saying to people that you don't believe they were sexually assaulted. You believe that they're a slut, male, female, whomever they may be, that you, apropos of nothing, started calling them promiscuous. And so whatever happened to them, you don't believe it. And you think that they're lying about it because you believe them to be a slut. And then they sue you for libel. They don't have to prove they're not a slut. You have to prove that you got that information from someplace else and you were saying it from some sense of knowledge. That it wasn't slander, that you had evidence to back it up. And so therefore you were telling the truth. If you don't have that, you're in deep shit. That person, the victimized person, does not have to drop trow in front of you just because you've shit on them. If they need to push back against that. Doesn't work that way.
And around erasing stuff, right?
All their discovery, I just keep giving all their discovery. I've given, hey, you want Dennis Montgomery? You want the evidence? Get this thing lifted in Nevada. Here it is, Dominion, and bye-bye. We melt you down to prison bars.
Okay, the machines themselves are largely plastic. I'm just saying, if you melt the Dominion machines down into prison bars, it wouldn't take long to get out.
You know, the Dominion, and you know, I keep saying Dominion, but this one here is
it's everybody.
Specifically to Dominion, this Colorado garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what?
That's not a nice way to talk about Tina Peters.
Brandon, that Mesa County report on that image, why don't we bring in Walter? Because this is what.
By the way, you want to show this real quick. This is what you want to show, right? This inside the machines. Is this what you want to show?
Yeah. Let's show this because before Walter comes on.
Yeah, before Walter, to show us inside the machines.
So everybody, here's what he asked me. He said, "Where did you get this?" He did say that, and I said, "Well, the evidence is up there on Frank's speech." And he goes, "Where'd you get it?" I go, "It's all over the internet." I said, "It's been everywhere. Anybody could grab it. You guys just don't hear about it because you watch too much Fox News." You know, maybe the FBI should be watching your show, Brandon, and our show, so they can find out.
Oh, they are. They are. And I feel bad for the FBI agent who's been put in charge of that, who's having to like take notes and tape shit.
That we have all the evidence instead of all of them sitting around watching Fox News.
Well, here it is.
You know?
If they go to frankspeech.com, they just look for that banner right there.
There it is. Okay. Inside.
No. No, 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 no. Yes. No, 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 no. Yes. No, no. All right. Fuck off with this nonsense. Hold on. This. Hold on. All right. First of all, this is. If I can do this, you can do this. That's the fucking graphic that they have, and it's validated forensic disk image. The downloads are 2 forensic image files created from a Dominion voting machine. 2 files are very large in size, represent a before and after of a single Dominion voting machine. Due to large sizes of these files, depending on your internet connection, speed downloading of these files may take anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours. And what's a little malware? The remainder of this article will detail what specifically is included in the download and how to use the download files to perform your own analysis, your own anal cysts from this. There's the server 1 and before and after. Now, they were doing a trusted build on purpose. They already backed up the shit from the election months before. They do not have to preserve the essence of how the machine is. They have to set up new folder systems inside it for all new, because they have all new candidates. It's not the same fucking election every goddamn time. They don't have like machines just for presidential elections. They had an upcoming election. All right. Download as everybody comments. Look at the server files. Credits probably along with the files, desktop, device files. They're all in Chinese. Why on a U.S. voting machine system? Correction. They look like Chinese, but they are Korean. Could it just be different language packs for the policies? Needs to be thoroughly looked at. I don't think the machines should have Windows on them. Why are we still using these piece of shit machines without safeguards? Need a new solution fast. The solution is hand-counted paper ballot. No machine is 100% secure. Exactly. Awesome work. Thank you. Please post the Georgian Garland Favorito segment in separate video ASAP. It is posted. This is technical stuff. I love seeing the public interest, but got to know a thing or two. Best example was during the cyber symposium. Mike had Code Monkey on, and the guy literally knew nothing about SQL Server or its files. It was infuriating to watch. The flag they discussed regarding the enabling of security, not disabling, but because they knew nothing whatsoever, they presumed what the flag meant. People that don't understand technical things should not be trying to analyze anything. Just looking down the comments below, it's clear that, I'm just going to stop here. I most certainly will be analyzing. I've waited for these files for so long. To those of you who know... who also know SQL Server and understand databases, I look forward to seeing your comments. To the rest of you, just don't, lol. Yes, they jumped to incorrect conclusions where the enabled security with regard to the enabled security flag. I noticed that too, and that didn't help. But we definitely need to get rid of these machines. It doesn't need to be complicated. Nice try, trolls. Do it. Let's just get a 20-minute video explaining it off that a 1 minute. This way, 40 million people can learn. Oh, no worries. The nation and the world are learning plenty. It's really complicated. You need to understand SQL Server. Having SQL Server Management Studio on your PC, and then you must download the image files called this and this, and also the adjustable balance. So these are 2 databases all created on 10.1.22 on 10. They are under partition root program files, Microsoft, and so down on AMS Server 01. There are also a lot more databases there, so you can get lost easily, and then you need to know how to attach these SQL managed server, and then you need to be able to rename all the tables in the first database to the suffix one, import the data into a second database, and then you can write views to create comparisons between the records. That's where you find the 5,000 or so records that were not transferred from earlier to later databases, and you can compare the records to see that the items determined for adjudication do not match between the 2 databases. Overall, you really have to understand SQL Server to be able to do it. You get evidence clear. You have to also remember adjudication. To complete the one's understanding, you need Mason County General Database, where all the overall results are eventually accumulated, where it tells you. And although those show SQL data, one must remember that they're is the Dominion front end, which is reading and writing these back end databases, and we do not have details of that, only data tables. And the front end is manipulating back end backscaring when you do not know what instructions are being executed. So that's a problem. If you look at that, it's not.
Inside the machines. Let's
Jesus
click on
Christ.
that. There it is, people. Now, if you pull down, there's the report. Now, this is actually inside. Okay, keep going down. Each of the files below.
Yeah, fucko. They were obtained illegally, and you got them directly from her. So this is a WikiLeaks moment for you. Did you have the right to obtain this data? Did you encourage the obtaining of this data? If you encouraged it at all or offered aid and comfort to them while they were doing it or before they had done it, or you'd been in contact with her before she actually went in, you're in deep shit because you're out of whistleblower territory and into felony territory, stupid.
These are all the files. It tells you how to download. This is the actual...
What? How to download? I'm going to go with click download. I don't know.
Images,
It's all
the
technical.
actual data, everybody. It explains everything there. This is what they took
Explains everything except the things that it doesn't.
from. This is the validated forensic disk images, everybody.
Yeah, it says that. That must be what it is.
It's right here. Report number 3's there. There's the bombshell proof. You click on that. Look at it. I mean, you can just have
You could click on things and click on things.
Here, keep going down. Brandon, keep going. This is all the table of contents of report number 3, of which Walter Doherty was one of the authors of that, and he's going to come on right now.
Not the Doherty report.
So instead of, I said, I'm going to have Walter when he comes on. I want him to talk a little bit about what they're trying to hide here in Colorado by taking Mike Lindell's cell phone. Which I'll tell you what, everybody, what does their country come to? I mean, and then I heard, that they've taken other people's phones.
Yeah, it's a legal tactic.
Think of the FBI bashing people's doors down. Remember,
We'll just open your door.
in Colorado, that's the home they've done it to, at least 3 doors. One lady.
3 doors. 3 innocent doors. Just bashed in. These poor, sweet, innocent doors. And all the person inside was doing was refusing to open it and flushing the toilet a lot, one right after the other. And telling them to fuck off, and they weren't going to do anything, and they don't believe it's the FBI, and they're armed, and they might harm themselves. And why?
They pulled her daughter down. I think she was 13 years old in her underwear out. It's made her stand out in the yard for over an hour. And with no female officers, the neighbors all looking at her.
They were indoors for... All right, we've covered this before. This is really fucking aggravating. Yeah, here he goes. Mesa County battering ram used in search of home. Yeah, so this wasn't Tina Peters. This is what's her name? Okay, Bishop, right? The Bishop. Here you go. Hold on. Battering ram used in home search of Mesa County clerk. Support her. The FBI searched 4 homes on Colorado's West Slope this week, connected to an alleged breach of election security and alleged misuse of campaign funds. The door to Sharona Bishop's Garfield County home appears that it was entered by force. They were yelling that this is the FBI. Opened the door. I took my 2 children into their bedroom. It was Tuesday when the federal and state agents arrived with a search warrant. Bishop recalled, just as we were about to open the door, it flew open. They had used a battering ram to bust down the door. She says the door wasn't locked. Bishop, a former campaign manager of Lauren Boebert, says she was told the search was part of a wire fraud investigation. The same day, Tina Peters' home was searched. Peters took the initiative to investigate the 2020 election. Voting machine. Yeah, this is the they hit the door in. Look at this. They knocked the door in. Not near the... They did it I guess right below the lock because they weren't expecting it to be bolted. Now 4 homes have been searched. Bishop said she supports Peters and says she has nothing to do with Boebert since last year. That's not going to save you. It's not what we do in America. We don't silence people like this. We don't shut them down. You're talking. We don't shut them down because of what they're saying, and we certainly don't criminalize and terrorize them. Not in America, Bishop said with tears in her eyes. Nothing of the sort happened. Released a statement reading, we dispute how some have characterized the law enforcement action carried out earlier this week in Mesa and Garfield counties. The judicially authorized search was executed in a professional and lawful manner. Let's see, so you took initiative. Is there anything? Open the door, flew open. Same day they were yelling. I took my 2 children into their bedroom. Okay, is this her video of her talking about this shit?
Headlines from the Western this week have included Headlines from the Western Slope this week have included FBI searches at 4 homes. They include that of the Mesa County clerk and recorder, as well as Congresswoman Lauren Boebert's former campaign manager. The clerk is under a state and federal investigation involving an alleged breach of election security. Boebert herself under scrutiny over reporting of expenses.
They were yelling that this was the FBI. Open the door. I took my 2 youngest children into their bedroom.
It was Tuesday when agents arrived with a search warrant.
Just as we were about to open the door, it flew open. They had used a ram to bust down my door.
She says it wasn't locked. Sharona Bishop, a former campaign
Yeah, that's not their job to check that.
Manager for Representative Lauren Boebert says she was told it was part of a wire fraud investigation. The same day, Mesa County clerk.
Okay, hold on. I need to find. Let's see. Where you go, Sharona Bishop. Let's see. Let's look at. I want to see this. Sharona Bishop. There we go. Times it's. Let's see. FBI unexpectedly showed up at Sharona Bishop's door. This is 7 months ago. America's Mom Cultural Impact Team. Okay, this is her page. Videos. Live with Posey Parker. Monday Motivation. She's got 5 videos on her thing. All right, that's not her. It's the same one. Parents of Carm. There's got to be. That's the Peters, FBI, Colorado. Full throttle. This. Where's her video of it? I mean, she did it someplace else. Oh, look. It's like send an asshole to protect an asshole. Look at this. Why the FBI unexpectedly showed up at Sharona Bishop's door. Let's hear it.
Guys, I'm really happy to welcome to the podcast Sharona Bishop. Sharona's a mom. She's the founder, in fact, of a group called America's Mom.
So, obviously, she's incapable of criming with a name like America's Mom. I mean, honestly. It's like saying, can an apple pie rob a bank? I don't think so.
A little distrustful of the sources I'm reading, such as PolitiFact, and I'll get to that, but let me start by asking, just describe the experience, because it's got...
Yeah, tell us what happened.
...to be a completely unnerving one of the FBI showing up at your door. When was that and what happened?
Thank you, Dinesh, for having me on to share this story. I think it's very important because I'm a regular, everyday citizen.
I'm a regular, everyday citizen. Everybody's worked for Lauren Boebert. Everybody has been engaged in the trafficking of secret files from the voting machines in our country. Everybody has been involved in helping people leave the country or leave the state when they've got a warrant out for their arrest.
No criminal history, no
arresting Elvis face.
Violent history.
No criminal history, no violent history. Just like BTK.
And the FBI is usually reserved for those who are participating in extreme criminal behavior.
No, just federal crimes.
On November 16th, I was homeschooling my kids and...
Okay, bash your door in. I think she's guilty. I'm just kidding. Fucking around.
Cooking for the week. We're still in our pajamas and just living our life. And at 9:30 in the morning, there was banging on our front door and followed by yelling. And I didn't have any reason to believe the FBI would ever be at my door. So it took me just a minute to kind of figure out what was going on. I ushered my boys into their bedroom and just said, wait here. They're 8 and 10. And my husband came up from his office downstairs. He could hear banging on the door and didn't know what was going on. And probably definitely under a minute, maybe 45 seconds, we were at the door about to open it. They were yelling, "This is the FBI. We have a warrant." And before we could open the door, we were literally right there. They took a battering ram to my door and busted it open. The irony is
I'm going to call bullshit on how long they were asking you to open your door.
door wasn't even locked. And again, I mean, no time for us to get to the door and contemplate and comprehend.
Yeah, like no time for us to, barricade ourselves in with our family, get many of the guns that were on site. The "We believe in the Second Amendment" sticker in the window was a dead giveaway.
And what is going on? After they busted my door open, they proceeded to pull my husband out the front door.
Well, it's nice that they didn't walk him out the back.
And pulled me out the front door. I had my phone in my hand trying to call our attorney because I didn't know what to do. I don't know what.
Yeah, call Mike Lindell next time. He knows.
Are they allowed to do this?
Yes, they are.
And what am I supposed to be doing when they come?
You're supposed to comply, and then if they overreach, you can sue them later, and they'll buy you a new house.
To my home like this. They grabbed my phone from my hand. I asked for it back. They said, absolutely not. It's part of the warrant, and they can take it. And
okay.
And they proceeded to pull my arm back behind me and handcuff me. They handcuffed myself and attempted to handcuff my husband as well.
Attempted?
I was in handcuffs for about 30 minutes. My boys finally came to the front door to see what.
It took them 30 minutes to handcuff your husband, and your kids sat in the house?
What was going on. And, you're standing out there in your pajamas. It's
No, I am not.
cold. It's November in the mountains here where I live, and they are going through my home. They didn't. It's still kind of a shocking situation. But there was more that went on that day as well with my oldest daughter who was present. One of the agents who was 6'5", 6'7", proceeded to manhandle her by her hoodie, pulling her up the stairs and back down the stairs.
Manhandle her by her hoodie.
After we'd asked that she get her phone so she could call our attorney and we could figure out what to do. I'm a regular person.
So he basically was complying. He was taking her to get her phone, but he was holding her by her arm so that she wouldn't try and go do something or run, or you hadn't given her some sort of code to throw something away or burn something up or destroy something. So they walk you in and in her hoodie. I thought she was in her underwear.
And I'm well aware of the October 4th mandate that was put out by the DOJ to go after parents who are being vocal.
Yeah, that wasn't this, dummy.
Against this regime right now. Both.
Yes, that's right. I'm being terrorized by Merrick Garland.
In the school board and nationally. So,
by the way, so just for the record, I mean, we covered the Tina Peters thing when this thing happened a long time ago. But just so you know, her daughter was not in her underwear. She was dressed and wearing a hoodie also. It was November.
I mean, it was disgusting.
Yeah, in your mind.
Brandon. But
in your dreams.
They did say, well, Mike, Sharona didn't answer her door very fast, Wow. And then I talked to Sharona. She said, for 35 seconds to get from all the way across the thing, like who's knocking on my door? Banging on my.
Yeah, 35 seconds. I'm sure that's the timing. I'm sure it's totally true. She had a clock going 35. I mean, time is irrelevant anyways. It's an illusion.
Door at 9 o'clock in the morning when you're teaching your kids homeschool or Bible school, whatever she was doing.
Yeah, probably not math and shit. Probably Bible school and making breakfast for the week. Yeah.
And then they
in your underwear.
Ripped one of her daughters down there with a hoodie.
An underwear hoodie, though. I always I'm wearing a hoodie under my clothes right now.
It's just
it helps prevent chafing as long as I don't pull the drawstring too tight.
Disgusting. Then they but go ahead. Let's bring in Walter, everybody. So
let me just ask you this, because I know the audience is wondering this.
Yeah. What the fuck's wrong with you? Is that the question you're going to ask? I was hoping that would be the question.
How did it all end when you?
How did it all end? Were you freed? Did they take the ducks? Did they count your ducks before they were hatched? Did you ever even get to eat your biscuits and gravy?
Finally closed up the conversation and departed.
And by that time, your fries are soggy and cold. You just sat in the back of the sedan, weeping on a pile of dead ducks, eating French fries out of a cold bag in your hometown. And as everybody drives by and laughs at you. It was like Carrie, only dumber.
And I called the attorney. He said, no, give him your phone. And I
called him again.
Asked him if I could be arrested, if I'd rather get arrested than give him my phone. Because I said, can you just arrest me? You know, I want to say, here's the evidence, world, because I knew that would be a bigger
So you actually said that.
Yeah, arrest me so that I can make a story out of it. That's obstruction of justice. That's a whole other charge. That has nothing to do with the rest of this shit. If you refuse to give your phone over in a lawful subpoena, you're obstructing justice. You're going to be found guilty. They're not going to go, finally, but we've drawn attention to it. Motherfucker, all you do is draw attention to shit.
Can you just arrest me?
Yeah, I said, could you arrest me? I said, I've been telling people, I've been watching my show, I've been wanting to get arrested.
And their response was?
You can't even get arrested in your hometown. So sad.
What'd they say?
The response was, no, we just want your phone. You know, and then I go, if I don't give him my phone, can I get arrested? And then I got the lawyer yelling on the phone, just give him the phone.
Yeah, it's good advice. And I think, like I said, I think this is a completely, this is exactly what he said.
One of her daughters down there with a hoodie.
With a hoodie? With a hoodie?
It's disgusting. Then they, but go ahead, let's bring in Walter, everybody. So
I want to see that part again. Just give him the phone. For God, give him the darn phone. Yeah, you broke the darn phone. Your Hardee's is getting cold over there. Give him your goddamn phone now. Just, if you let him have the phone, we'll get you another phone. Just give him the phone now.
So let me just ask you this, because I know the audience is wondering this. How did it all end? When you finally closed up the conversation and departed, how did it end?
So then I called the attorney. He said, no, give him your phone. And I asked him if I could be arrested, if I'd rather get arrested than give him my phone. Because I said, can you just arrest me? You know, I want to say, here's the evidence, world, because I knew that would be a bigger
So you actually said that, can you just arrest me?
Yeah, I said, could you arrest me? I said,
yeah, but why can't you just arrest me there? Yeah, come on. Just arrest it. Like, come on, just do it.
I've been telling people, I've been watching my show. I've been
wanting to want people to I can't get arrested in this town.
Arrested.
And their response was, what'd they say?
The response was, no, we just want your phone. You know, and then I go, if I don't give him my phone, can I get arrested? And then I got the lawyer yelling on the phone, just give him the phone. Give him the phone. You know, but that was my...
Yeah, Brandon thinks that's funny. Mike does not think that's funny. He doesn't understand why that's funny at all. Just so you know, I would love to have let's see, thanks. Something's wrong with let's see if I can do this. Back. Nope. Yeah, the filters are being weird today, and I'd have to restart the computer to use them. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to...
You know, that phone was everything.
It's everything to me. You are so beautiful.
How did it end? How did you guys part ways? How did it end?
Well, then I gave him the phone, and they my guys, one of them was talking to my buddy in the back about it. The dog, you know, was sitting in the back there, and then...
Please tell me their conversation. Please.
Him and I told one FBI guy we talked about. He's a big game hunter, and
so the whole conversation turned.
He's a big game hunter, and he just thought your pile of ducks was adorable.
Finally, to personal things, hunting and dogs, and your book.
But we were personal, but everything was a little bit personal before somewhat after he got done. I got done answering all their dumb questions.
Wow. Just when he almost has a moment where he can kind of leave this thing and try to be a bit of a mensch about part of it or whatever, and he's just got to be a fucking prick. He just has to be a prick. They were nice and like, I got done answering their dumb questions. Fuck you.
I'm going, that's a stupid question. You already know that. All you got to do is read the fake news media. They don't even say stupid things like that. I don't.
Jesus Christ. And this is how it ended? What the fuck? Hold on. Oh, thank you so much, Aaron, by the way, for the Venmo. Appreciate it. And then, oh, yeah, I'm good. All right. I'm going to be on Liberal Dan at 6:30. I just know I got to get out in time for that.
Know what went on.
We'll stop when he brings on the other guy because we've already covered that dude's story.
Back then, they were asking me stuff that everybody knows the whole truth about it anyway. You know, Mike, when did you first meet Tina Peters? I'm at the Cyber Symposium. Well, she flew in on the airplane. Oh, yeah, really? Of course she did. So did 100 other people from 17 other states. You know, remember I had 4 pilots, Brandon?
Yeah, you had 4 pilots. You flew her in, fucko. He did it. He walked into the fucking thing. He walked into the goddamn rake. Right at the tail end of this. Like a dumb shit. Run that by again. Hold on.
Remember, I had 4 pilots.
And their response was, what'd they say?
The response was, no, we just want your phone. And, you know, and then I go, if I don't give him my phone, can I get arrested? And then I got the lawyer yelling on the phone, just give him the phone. Give him the phone.
Just give him the phone. Just give it to him.
You know, but that was my, you know, that phone was.
He starts laughing and he stops himself.
Everything.
So how did it end? How did you guys part ways?
I talked about the thing and the dog. Sorry, I can't jump back and forth like I can with YouTube videos on here because they don't allow it. So I have to do it manually, and I apologize if there's some overlap.
My guys, one of them was talking to my buddy.
My guys.
In the back about it.
My buddy.
The dog, you know, was sitting in the back there, and then
my buddy with the dog. My guys. I bring a team of guys, buddies.
Him and I, one FBI guy, we talked about. He's a big game hunter, and
so the whole conversation turned finally to personal things, hunting and dogs and your book.
But we were personal, but everything was a little bit personal before somewhat after he got done. I got done answering all their dumb questions. I'm going, that's a stupid question. You already know that. All you got to do is read the fake news media. They don't even say stupid things like that. I don't know what went on back then. They were asking me stuff that everybody knows the whole truth about it anyway. You know, Mike, when did you first meet Tina Peters? I'm at the Cyber Symposium. Well, she flew in on the airplane. Oh, yeah, really? Of course she did. So did 100 other people from 17 other states. You know, remember I had 4 pilots, Brandon? But anyway, it ended.
Yeah, that's it. You fucked up, dude. You fucked up. You let the story about the big game hunting and all that stuff, and you're yammering about election shit, and they kept you rolling, and they were nodding the whole time, and you fucking screwed the pooch. You just told an FBI agent that you met her at that symposium, but you flew her there. Just what a dumb son of a bitch. And an asshole, too. They walked you into it, stupid. God damn. After all that. I mean, and that's how it works. You know, they talk to you and talk to you and talk to you until you kind of drop your guard. And for the record, good. If you're innocent, get a lawyer and communicate through them and you're fine. Because you want to contribute to the hunt for anybody who's a criminal in a situation by not gumming up the works. So if you can give them information right away, give them the information right away. If you feel that they're incorporating into it, go, I'd like an attorney so I can speak through them or whatever, but I assure you I have nothing to do with this. And they will, and you'll be fine, and that's okay. But assholes like him, egomaniacal pricks like this, they're just going to start chit-chatting, and this dumbass is going to eventually, he's just going to start spilling. You have the right to remain silent. Exactly. You also, by the way, if you know that a crime has been committed and you have any information that can help them solve it or protect them. You have a responsibility there as well. Just saying that if you do have information about a crime and you're not guilty in it, but you could share that information and help law enforcement, but you're like, they might try to wrap me up in this, and you become, you completely shut down. That's why you get an attorney and communicate through them. If you can't afford one, they'll get you one and go, look, I don't know how to say this. I'm going to tell you, you can tell them that I know this guy. I met him here. He walked into here. I think he had something to do with this. I don't recognize that I was, that I was around there, but I was here from this hour to this hour. Let them know. And the attorney will tell them this, and then that'll be that.
And did
And by the way, this dumbass is never going to shut the fuck up. They could have read this asshole Miranda, and he would have gone, yeah, that's the kind of thing you say to criminals. Why are you letting them do this to you? Look, if you just get in the car with me, I'll take you to fucking Area 51. Like, that's how he's going to do it. They fuck you at the Hardee's drive-thru, right?
Just kept asking him. I go, I said, did you guys really follow me hunting and all that? And
he said, no, we can't talk about that because you already told us that.
He goes, I think the one guy said, he goes, no. I said, well,
I think the one guy said no.
They wouldn't tell me how I tracked. I know it was through the phone, obviously.
No, it isn't. They didn't obviously track you through your phone. And if they did, why the fuck are you in a hurry to keep it?
I did ask him, I said, is there a tracking device on my truck?
Yes. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. It's called GPS. It's in your car.
Because I wanted to know that. And I said, I think you guys have to tell me the truth. It might be a law.
We're still in a Hardee's fucking parking lot while all this shit is happening. I think you guys might have to tell me this. It might be a law. Yeah, it's not a law, dummy. Call your attorney back. Oh, sorry, you don't have a phone.
He goes, no, there's no tracking device.
So do you think they were waiting?
It was 100% they tracked.
What? You still have your phone? What phone is that? FBI. He has two more phones. He has that phone, and then there was another one with a black back on it. This asshole has multiple phones. He lied to FBI agents that's how he does business, and that's how he has his phone, and no, you can't have it because it's the only phone I have. I don't have a computer, and it's how I run my business. Turns out he's got two other fucking phones and a computer in his office. Shut the fuck up. He told FBI he doesn't have a computer. He's just using a computer in his office. Shut the fuck up. Like, this is it's fucking aggravating.
By phone. I know that.
Did you have to run out and get another phone since then?
No, I came back here. This is my IT ladies. Yeah.
Okay, so
this is my IT ladies. He just took her phone and started making calls on it. My IT ladies. Who doesn't have an IT lady?
But all the stuff is on that other phone.
So, Mike, do you think they were waiting for you for several hours to get done hunting?
Yeah, at a Hardee's. They were staking out the Hardee's. The profile says that the unsub is a 6-foot former crack addict and self-styled evangelical Christian with a porn stash and a weird accent and a penchant for tongue jutting and wagging his hands around. He will blather at the drop of a hat. And after duck hunting, he always drives through his hometown, gets some Hardee's, and drives by giving everybody the finger because they didn't believe in him.
Well, they couldn't. They would have no idea that I was in Mankato, Minnesota. Not a clue.
Nobody goes to Mankato, Minnesota.
Not a clue.
Nobody's from there. Nobody goes there.
That'd be like, so they track by.
It'd be like, bad baby.
The phones. Remember, Bill Barr said you can't track through phones. Remember Bill Barr, the crooked AG, yeah. Bill Barr?
But what I'm
No, he didn't. He by no means said that. What are you talking about?
The thing is, do you think they were just kind of cooling their heels, waiting for you to come out of the field and come up that direction?
No. We were an hour from where we hunted. We were driving back. We were an hour coming back from hunting. We stopped at just some random Hardee's in Mankato, Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 400 Hardees in Mankato. Hardee's was started in Mankato. It's known for two things: Hardee's and pillows.
So,
And they came
do you
out of
think they
nowhere.
were? Do you think they went down to Iowa with you and came back up? And then
That part I don't know, Brandon. I think they spent a lot of resources. All they had to do is say, "Hey, can we have this conversation? Whatever they're looking for in here."
If they wanted anything, I would have copy and pasted select things for them. I don't know why they wouldn't just take my word for it.
It says they want basically the stuff I've already given Dominion. I've given Dominion all the discovery. Here you go, Dominion. The only thing I can't show you yet is the Dennis Montgomery stuff, but you're going to love that because you are guilty.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about that. It's the plot that they're concerned with. That's the illegal part, stupid.
We're waiting for that
OJ had a Mankato too.
that gag order to be lifted. So here's Dominion and Jenna Griswold in Colorado, and they're basically the same stuff I'm reading here is the stuff I've already given to Dominion. I took
It's a civil case.
it off my phone, given it to them. You know what?
It's a FBI's criminal. It's not an act of. This has nothing to do with their libel case. This has nothing to do with it at all. They don't share evidence from a civil case with the government. The government would, if they were to get stuff from a civil case, there'd be a big process. It's actually easier just to serve another subpoena on you.
Dominion's given me zero, everybody. Zero.
Yeah, they don't have to give you anything. They don't have to prove that they're not criminal. You have to prove why you're saying they're criminal. Otherwise, no one would ever bring a libel suit because they'd have to, like, okay, a woman who was sexually assaulted, this guy, went on television and called you a slut and blah, blah, blah. You have to give us all your phone so we can look through it and judge whether or not we would think, in the parlance of our own thought, whether that's true or not. Like, it's gross. Like, this is shit like that is never going to happen. It's just dumb.
You know what Dominion's gave in any other case in the United States that I know of? Zero, everybody.
Yeah, they don't have to.
They're never, ever, ever going to give anybody anything, Brandon.
Yeah, they don't have to. It's a libel case.
But they don't have to this is in federal court. Do they not have to comply with certain deadlines in federal court?
Brandon. When you're a criminal, there's no laws. We're a lawless society right now. Are you?
Well, no, there's a law. We have laws in our society. One is if they subpoena your phone, you have to give it to them.
Kidding me? They don't follow the law. That's like telling a murderer, you better stay in your house tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's
a good analogy. It's rock solid. I don't know what it means. I don't know how it pertains to anything we're talking about, but he seems convinced.
To me, I'm not a lawyer, but that
or an intellect of any sort.
That to me shows that the judges are not helping, because the judges should be saying, wait a minute, there are deadlines. We have procedure in federal court for subpoenas and for discovery, and you guys are not. You're asking him for stuff, but you're not putting up stuff.
Yeah, Brandon, congratulations. Late into the game, we're 40 minutes into, and Brandon has actually managed to say something dumber than most of the shit that Mike Lindell has said.
Are you trying to say I have a crooked judge in D.C.?
I'm trying to say the judges don't seem to be doing this according to what is
Judge Nichols. My name is Judge Nichols out of D.C. I don't know, Brandon. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I don't understand. I don't know.
Well, that we understand. That we believe.
Understand why he pushed my case out and said it was frivolous. I don't know.
I'm going to go with it was frivolous. I'm
not going to sit here and badmouth Nichols because I really don't know. But what you're saying could be true. Why would he do this in favor of a company called Dominion? Oh, maybe there's a past there. I don't know. I'll have to check into that on Judge Nichols.
Okay. So he's basically threatening a federal judge that he's going to either dox him or investigate him. That'll work out well. That's good. Just put a pin in that shit too. That's just, Let's just have that in there.
It's disgusting. Let me tell you about our judges, Brandon.
Yeah, tell us, please. You're on a roll.
Judges in this country right now, another case, kicked down the thing and it's called standing.
Oh my God. We've already covered this shit.
Everybody, this word called standing, when you...
Yeah, I know. We're well into this shit, and you're checking your watch. Imagine how I feel.
Kick the can as a judge and say, there's no standing, there's no standing, there's no standing.
Right. Yeah, you don't have the right to supersede someone else's rights just because you want to stick your dick in the door.
Those are judges that deep down inside, you should have looked at that evidence and you should have been stood up and have some moral character. That's what God put you here for, to be a judge.
Now Brandon's just fucking with him. He's pulling out his phone. How dare you, Brandon? You're showing him you still have your phone? Is that what you're doing at this point? Look, I don't want to brag, but who's in front of a blue background and still has his phone? This guy. All right.
And by the way,
use an excuse to kick a case out.
He's fucking throwing.
Well, let's see here. Oh, you're guilty? No standing. No standing. I'm going to kick this one out for no...
He has an IT lady, but he also has a pick up pieces of paper when he flips out lady.
No standing. No judge has looked at any evidence. They kicked it out for no standing. What's that, Brandon?
And by the way,
what's going on? I'm sorry, I was ranting.
This reminded me. I got a text yesterday from one.
Yeah, Mike got some texts yesterday too. Can't read them. How cruel is that?
One of the folks in South Dakota, that the judge there has reversed himself on some of these cast vote records. So I don't know what changed his mind, but the judge reversed himself.
Great. Good for him. I hope he trimmed his nails before he did it.
What does that mean? That he's going to give them out, or he's not going to give them out?
No, I think he's going to.
Well, maybe judges are going to start. We've got to pray.
In South Dakota. Yeah. That purple Democratic bastion.
Pray, everybody. I want everybody to pray.
Okay.
Get on your knees and pray for our judges and their friends and their family and their neighbors. If you're a neighbor, a friend, or a family of a judge, encourage.
Oh, I thought they were going to pray for them, not harass them.
Them to never kick stuff out on standing.
Yes, never kick out anything on standing. Anybody from anywhere, bring something into your court, civil, just take it on. Make the taxpayers of your area pay for an entire trial that has fuck all to do with your state and fuck all to do with the person who's litigating it.
To be a judge and look at the evidence. Look at these things. We have to get rid of these.
I'm not a judge, but I've looked at all the evidence and it is fucking garbage. It is. I've been left wanting so many times.
Voting machines. They're weaponizing the FBI against everybody.
No. Just you. Just you. And by weaponizing, of course, the whole goal is to keep you from having your Hardees. You never got it, did you?
Here it is.
Disgusting.
Here it is. South Dakota Lincoln County Auditor Sherry Lund Kent sent Keelan News an order to vacate signed by Circuit Court Judge John Peckus. The file date says Friday, September 2nd. Lund said the order vacates the order requiring preservation of records issued on Thursday, September 1st, 2020. You can view the order here. Lund said Lincoln County will not be destroying election material related to the November 3rd, 2020 election, but couldn't speak for other counties.
Yeah, it's a Trump county. Who gives a fuck?
She said there's still pending litigation and deferred any other comments to the Lincoln County State's Attorney's Office. So that's an interesting.
Oh, yeah. Not so much South Dakota as Lincoln County in South Dakota. Hold on. I know this is long, but hold on. Lincoln County, South Dakota population. Population 58,887. It's gone up like a rocket ship. They've been fucking in Lincoln. Lincoln County, South, like that's it. There you go. At this point, 58,000 in the last 10 years. They've added 10 to 14,000 people. Look at that. Is South Dakota losing population? Let's see. Growth rate of 1.17, 11th in the country overall. They're going to preserve the electoral records for the registered adults in that. So what do you think? 26,000 if they all voted?
Interesting case.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. All the other states, all the other counties in South Dakota don't have said order and have already erased their shit.
Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. But
corruption like the likes that we've never seen.
Yeah, you need to wonder, and then you need to wonder why a judge
easy liberal Dan
would even allow. This is this assistant United States attorney to come and take a company phone that's running. That's everything I had there. Of course, I'm going to have to now go get emails and text, all my text messages.
Yeah, you're going to have to get them from the well yourself. You have to go out to the email well with your bucket and sift through them. You're going to have to take phone calls on an old fucking hell.
Everything. So,
go get another phone. Tell the company you're going to transfer your phone number from the old phone to this phone. If you're found not guilty, bill the government for it. Sorry. They want the contents of the phone and the account. You can still use your phone number. Nobody's going to stop that. It's stupid.
Everything was in that phone.
So if I text you right now, you're not going to get it.
He's just fucking with you now.
No, you can go ahead and try. Say hello, FBI. Tell them hello. Tell them what you think of the judges out there.
Yeah, do that, Brandon. Yeah. Text the FBI and tell them what you think of federal judges.
I think I'll refrain.
Uh-huh. On advice of counsel.
I'm gonna get you in trouble.
I know that's exactly right. You want me to talk about your judge in D.C. and everything?
Well,
yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about you, Brandon.
I think he's made some very poor choices, and you know what? It's disgusting. I'm sitting back.
Is it disgusting though? Has he said it's disgusting yet?
Here, I have all the evidence. Dominion has not done anything, but yet my case gets dismissed. They dismiss it, and they say, and you should pay sanctions. For what? I've done nothing.
Yes, you have. You've filed a frivolous lawsuit in a situation where you're in a civil libel suit with someone else.
I've done nothing wrong. I was given evidence by Dennis Montgomery. You and Mary Fanning, you got the evidence on
not evidence.
January 9th. I put it out there.
Not evidence. Information, maybe data, not evidence. Evidence means there has to be a crime. You have shown no such thing. It's like calling someone's phone number evidence.
Bring the evidence to a court to get it lifted. We got to pray that judge in Nevada just lifts it, and this all goes away.
Yeah, the Dominion lawsuit will just go away.
Everybody, lawfare's gone. Everyone's going to go, hey, the machines are gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll happen.
Where can you, in a private business...
How can you hire Brandon when he's unemployed? No, because Mike Lindell has been pouring fucking money down this asshole's gullet for years now, and everything looks like shit. Look, I have problems with my broadcast, but that's just because I'm setting up clips and my mic has issues and little stuff. But this is a permanent problem. Their design quality sucks. Their server base blows. All of it's shit. And he's got almost an endless supply of money. I would never hire that fucking guy.
Business. I said to these FBI guys, I said, we're in a private business, guys. Could you, if a company came in and they housed all your computers, Brandon, everything in your house ran off these computers, and something went wrong, and they said, oh no, but you can't look inside. You don't get to look in the computers.
Yeah, they do that with the mob, fucko. That's exactly what they do. You file an injunction through your attorney. Your attorney will go, or here's a good idea. Let's say you're on Slack or you contact your team elsewhere. You've got an accountant. They also have information. You can be back up online with the basics of your company in short fucking order. But the hard drives and the communication equipment, a la what Rudy Giuliani was engaged in with Steve Bannon and the rest of these fucks, is going to be confiscated. God damn, these guys are dumb.
And we paid for those computers. We as citizens paid for these voting machines, everybody.
Yes. And that means one of the things I also paid for is that no random asshole who lost an election can send his fucking morons to steal the software for it and post it online for God knows who to fuck with it.
They won't let you see what's inside them.
Right. Nobody gets to. The government can look at it internally under secure circumstances. There's a reason for that. You know what? We also pay for the GPS systems that our soldiers and our submarines and our fucking ships and our airplanes use to get all over the country. We pay for that. The taxpayer pays for the geolocation satellites and the machinery that's inside these fucking planes that tells the plane where it is and tells NORAD where the fucking plane is. I don't want to know where the fucking plane is, because if I know, the people that will shoot them out of the fucking sky know. And the same thing is true of voting machine software. If I know what it looks like, I could figure out how to fuck with it. I don't want anybody else to know what it looks like. Jesus Christ, this is stupid.
What are they hiding?
They're hiding proprietary software from the Russians and the Chinese and the Iranians and the Saudis and ISIS and fucking anarchist groups in the fucking United. And are you out of your fucking mind? Mike, what's your PIN number for your ATM card? And what's your, give me your Visa and the security code and your billing address. What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
You want to know what they're hiding? Look at the Mesa County report number 3. Look, it's right here on Frank's speech. They took my phone away because of it today.
No, they didn't. They took your phone away because they're investigating Tina Peters and her illegal activity where she let someone who was not authorized to be in a secure facility under using the ID of someone who had been pre-authorized to be in a secure facility, putting that person in legal jeopardy and lying about the security of her office, basically disregarding her oath and engaging in a felony activity. And you flew her out of fucking state and hid her afterwards for days while they were looking to serve her.
They took my phone away.
Yes, we know that. In a Hardee's parking lot.
For no reason, sir.
No, for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason, of course, is so that you could give us the laughs we've all gotten today.
Around me. Now, if I hadn't been through stuff in my life, you'd think that wouldn't be traumatizing?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky I calmed my friend down. I go, you know what?
This is nothing. One time my buddy and I were on so much crack. Don't talk to me about that, man. I'm still recovering.
It has nothing to do with you. At first I thought they might be bad guys, so I said, you know what? These could be bad guys.
Load the shotguns and put a duck in your lap. It can take a bullet. Cover yourself in ducks.
I said, or they're going to be like FBI or somebody. We were kind of hoping, I was kind of hoping a little bit on the law enforcement side rather than, and then it would be good law enforcement, these guys, obviously, maybe some of these same FBI guys treated people out in Colorado differently, which I know they did.
No, you don't.
A lot of them bashing doors in and treating people like scum.
No, they didn't.
Dragging people out, and not arresting anybody, just treating them like garbage. These guys were not like that. I will say that.
Mm-hmm. But don't let the fact that these guys were total pros and treated you decently and talked to you like a human being Don't take that as evidence of your actual experience. Believe a bullshit story from somebody else who's engaged in criminal activity.
But they, you know,
was your buddy taking any photos or video during this time?
No, are you kidding? He was eating his food. I said, "Can he go?"
Useless.
Eat? I had to calm him down. I go, "It's okay. Can he go eat?"
Yeah, he stress eats.
You know, I mean, you know, he's that kind of guy, and I don't want to get him all stressed out. You know, and then the FBI guy goes, "Well, do you care if he hears?" I go, "You can say anything you want. I got nothing to hide." You know,
everybody heard it.
I have nothing.
You're yelling like an asshole.
Nothing to hide. I think I'm very transparent.
No, you don't. If you were, you just give him the fucking phone.
They wanted me.
Yeah, so almost done. I'm going to try and finish this at 6. Like, he was supposed to bring on this dude like 15 minutes ago.
My phone, all Dominion would have to say, "Hey, can we have your phone?" I've already given you all the copies.
Asshole, civil, this is legal, or this is criminal. You're...
Because I want to give Dominion everything, because I want something, Brandon.
You can't get anything from them. It's a libel case.
Now show me what you got. Remember?
They don't have to show you what they got, dummy. You're making the accusations. You're the one who has to prove it. If you slander someone, they don't have to prove they're not that thing. Especially if it's a negative. They have no responsibility to prove a negative, ever. This is just fucking dumb. It's never going to be like that. I don't know why anybody would expect it to be such. If you slander someone, they don't have to go into court and prove they're not what the name you called them. You have to prove you have a reasonable belief that they are that thing, and you drew that inference from something reasonable, and you were the person who expressed that thought because it was based on some level of reality. This is so fucking lame. Honest to God, like, this has been he does this all the time when he talks about the Dominion case, and it is like, my only concern with this is that some people might actually think this is a reasonable chain of thought. It is fucking not. If you shit talk someone or ruin their business, if you give someone a myriad of bad Yelp reviews, you just shit, like, for times you weren't even there. You're just loading up. You're just saying, "I wasn't there, but I know that place is a dump." And you just fucking filled their Yelp with terrible 1-star reviews, and you were fucking with people. And you have no evidence for it. You just don't like them, so you went after them. You go, "This place is terrible. It's fucked up. The food is bad. The service is terrible. Everybody's mean," and all that kind of stuff. And they sue you for that. They don't have to now prove that they're nice, that their food is good. They don't have any responsibility for the lie, for rebutting the lies you said. You have to back up your lies. That's your responsibility in that situation. Especially when it's not shared by anybody who doesn't have it out for this particular fucking diner in this situation.
Remember, if let's say you're playing poker, you got to show your hand, Dominion.
They're not playing poker, fucko. It's not a game.
Sooner or later, because you're lying and you're cheaters in this game.
They're not playing a game. They're not in the game with you. You're the one who made the game up in your head.
You're scum. It's disgusting.
You're scum, and it's disgusting. It's scum, filth, scum.
We better Jenna Griswold, you just passed up Brad Rassenberger and Alan Duke for the biggest. Alan Duke's
yeah, I mean, it's, obviously it's a sliding scale.
It's a traitor. The other two are actually criminal. I won't put Alan Duke in the criminal file. Jenna Griswold passed up Brad Rassenberger for, I believe, one of the biggest criminals this country's ever seen. Period.
Wow.
Just wow. And you said all this in a Hardee's parking lot. What did they say?
Well, we better bring on Mr. Doherty before we run out of time.
Yeah, we sure do. Gosh, I mean, really, it's just, whew.
Hey, Doctor.
Yeah.
Doherty, welcome back to the Lindell Report.
And we've already watched this asshole. We've covered his stuff before. For the record, though, just putting a pin in this, he's a moron. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. That was a long one. Shit. We don't normally do one video in a show and drag it out like this, although we are doing the I Am Hunter movie. Either Friday. I think we're going to do it Friday. I have a copy of it, a downloaded copy of it, but I've got a. So it might be like Friday Night Film Club with me. But well, you look like a mask prop. Yeah. We're going to do that on Friday night. If that's cool, we'll do the whole thing. I might even have to start early to get through it all, because it's a whole fucking 90-minute movie. Kind of like, you know, the Mike Pillow things that we do. But this was a good time. I want to thank you guys for being with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show in any way that you can. And if you can't, that's totally cool. I'm just glad to have you here. Patreon.com/HalSparks, great way to support the show. And you can become an annual patron. And it's my birthday month, so why not? Just throwing that out there. And thanks to everybody in Facebook. Hopefully everything worked out in terms of the chat on there today. And Harry Potter is 90 minutes? Yeah, this one is too. I mean, although it might be slightly shorter. It has to be a certain length to qualify as a movie for sale. So it's like 89 minutes. I'm not kidding. But we'll look through it. I've seen a clip of the opening of it, and it looks fucking terrifying. It looks terrible. It's so bad. It looks just, I'm scared of how bad it's going to be. Like it's so bad. Like Kirk Cameron is going, why are people giving me shit? All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow for the afternoon show. This is HAL Sparks, Mega Worldwide. Don't do crack, I think is the message. Be seeing you. Okay, bye. Also, I will be on Liberal Dan in a half an hour. Okay, bye. Chip wanted to say hi.
Chippo. Oh, the scratches. Oh, he does the scratches.
He was under the door when I was shutting down. Anyways, okay. Love you guys. Bye.